For those of you who are tracking my Hunter x Hunter progress, Leorio has just punched Jing.
Oh, it feels
Ooh.
it was the best, right? It was the
It
best.
was so
Wait,
good.
everyone here, like, you're caught up? You watched Hunter x Hunter? Yeah. You've watched Hunter x Hunter? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say this is something gonna be in you. I don't know if you noticed this, Liz. The when I was describing you going through the woods in the Feywild looking for Suli, and
Yeah.
I was like, you just see like a flash of light, then a boom, and a
Yeah.
flash of light, and then because Suli's like powers are going out of control. That was like me directly referencing the Gon Pito thing.
Yeah, I
When
get
Killa
that.
was going through the woods and he just sees like the giant
Yeah.
Jajong can and then the shaking of the earth. I don't know why, but I just had that scene in my head and I was like, I'm gonna steal this. It's fine.
I could definitely see that. I didn't at the time realize it was a reference, but now that you mention it, I'm like, yeah.
I was like thinking of how to describe it and I was like, that's I just saw the scene in my head and I was like, I'm just gonna copy that.
So last episode with the goodbye and everything, I had literally just watched like 20 minutes before we played. I had just watched the scene where Reina gets reunited with her mom.
Oh my
And I
god.
was like, I'm
So
channeling.
sad.
I'm channeling right now.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, and so you fight so that everything's out of the way. Command Antark is top, just best.
Yeah, it's so good. I loved every minute of it.
Was very good.
Even the minutes when I was suffering.
Yeah. You needed to suffer.
Yeah. So good. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I lost track of episode.
All Gucci.
I did too, don't.
Huh?
Nothing. I woke up at 10. I was like, oh no.
Alrighty, everybody. Everyone ready to rumble?
Mostly.
Hi.
Excellent. Okay. So, welcome everyone back to a little town in the Feywild called Storm's Hollow. It is a settlement shaded by an endless expanse of dark, storm-laden clouds, broken intermittently by like flashes of lightning overhead. These quiet hills and quaint stone homes rattled by the following thunder. Here, the air itself randomly sparks to life, sending little surges of electricity running along your skin, your armor bouncing off the steel plates, raising the hair on the back of your neck and even the hair on top of your head a little bit, filling the world with tension, a potential, as if at any moment lightning could strike. It is cold here. Not sorrowful per se, not grieving, but austere. The air itself is heavy, both with rain that falls in frigid spurts from the black canopy above, but also with the history of the people who call this place home. Here, the sort of robed, hooded descendants of a long gone religious purge have found community anew, survived through the years in a strange realm, the Feywild, simply to continue practicing the faith which burned strong in their hearts. At the center of the village, there's a statue commemorating that faith, a depiction of Priscilla, surrounded by candles, lit by those ambient sparks put out by the rain and then lit again, and attended constantly by, these sort of robed attendants, or sort of the people of this village who come and tend to this the statue and its offerings. You guys stand at the outskirts of this town. Your companions and gained allies, Chalcedony, the Eladrin Knight, Polyphemus, the Cyclops, as well as little Poppy Blossom, who is hiding currently in Alok's pocket because they're not really a combatant. They're just sort of like, I'm just here for moral support, and because Alok asked me to and stuff. But there you are, Ruby. You've just come back from saving a young man's life, from being sacrificed in Priscilla's name. You sort of invoked your standing as a true and particularly very powerful, you're level 10, you're very powerful cleric of Priscilla, sort of leveraging that influence and persuading sort of the people there to not kill a guy, by saying that Priscilla does not wish it so at this moment. You've come back with Polyphemus, who's just kind of like along for the ride with you. He's kind of like, feels like he owes you a little bit. He's kind of sworn himself to you because he likes the cut of your jib, and also you've made him realize a couple things about his life that were going wrong, that he's recommemorated himself, dedicated himself to finding new purpose. Alok and Gallet, you have just met up with the newest member of our little group. Well, she's kind of been there for a little bit, but really for the first time joining the party, Suli. Hello, Suli. You are standing there. You have just had most of your powers absorbed by your father, Suma, and now find your roles reversed. Now, your father is the one being chased, and you and your father's friends are now hatching a plan to rescue him. The problem being is that your father is sort of leading the hordes of Wungo's followers and monsters on a merry chase across the Feywild, using the new magical powers he has. But to deal with this onslaught, you have to deal with the sovereign who ordered it to begin with, King Wungo, to whom you guys have done a favor, placing his crown upon Titania's head and giving him access to powers he definitely never had before. One of which is that as soon as Titania was, had that crown put on her head, the shift in balance between the Seelie and Unseelie courts shifted. Storm's Hollow didn't used to be here, but when the territory expanded, that's where it was pushed to, leaving this area around the Summerwood blanketed in fog and dark clouds and lightning. You guys have been waiting a little while for another ally to arrive. You look up, kind of like, you're probably just talking a little bit, catching up, Ruby, I think you're probably giving them the rundown on what the heck is going on over there, inside Storm's Hollow, when you hear heavy footsteps, boom, 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 footpads, as a large beast bounds up to Gallet, tackles him to the ground, and begins licking his face. Hello there.
That's true. Oh,
It's
good
been
boy,
a minute.
Good boy. Yeah.
How are you? Those are the famous scritches that I enjoy so much. I have come as I was summoned. What do you require of Boror?
We must now save I already forgot her name. Who is the very important lady Titania? We need to go save Titania, your master. Or
My master is in danger.
Yes.
Oh no. That's bad.
has a nasty crown on her. And we're gonna have to
How
kill
did this come to
Frog.
be?
The
That sounds like an
evil
extremely dastardly and evil plan that can only have been carried
machinations
out
of Frog.
by truly malicious people.
Truly, we will make all pay for
Okay.
doing this grievous thing. And we're going
I'm
to use
super
your help.
down for this. Okay,
Awesome.
what do you need Boror to do?
Mainly help us track, and when it's time to fight, just really start eating people.
Boror.
There's a
That
lot
is
of
what
birds.
Boror does best.
Good. All right. Oh, Suli, you've seen Boror, but still, Suli, this is Boror.
Yes, I'm the one who sent you the message.
Boror, I recognize your voice.
Do you mind if I give you a pet?
Of course.
I go over to him. I wugga 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 wugga.
An embarrassment of riches have I today.
And you see Benedict Cumberbatch goes,
Now hold on.
Oh no, don't be jealous. And I go over to him and I go wugga 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 wugga. Everyone gets one.
Two can
I've got
play
two
at this
hands for a
game.
reason.
Sherlock Holmes. Anyway, I've retconned his name to Benny. Okay, because I don't want to call him Smile all the time, so I'm gonna call him Benny. Okay, and we all know what it stands for. Okay, yeah. So Boror is there with you. You did ask for him to come here. You want him to track somebody. Who do you want him to track? Like, what do you give him something? Because like typically the dog needs to have like a scrap of like the original scent to be able to follow it. So how are you going to do that? Or what are you going to do to do that?
Well, we can probably go back to the old tree, but I don't know if that was magically allowing us to get there, so maybe it's still best for Boror to, I don't know, like, we had the crown, and the crown had some smells on it.
So you want to track Wungo? Is that what you want to do? Or you want to track Titania?
Wungo. I don't think there's much we can do with Titania.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we made a little bit of an oopsie.
Okay. So
we were all in on it. You definitely knew exactly what was happening while it was happening.
Crossing my arms.
You go and you I think you just give Boror like your hands, which maybe, I guess you guys haven't, you specifically, Gallet, and yeah, because I think you're the one who put the crown on Titania's head, or you're the one who gave it to her. So your hands still kind of have like the lingering Wungo scent upon, like, it's kind of like it's in your fucking fingernails. It's just a clung to you a little bit.
I can't get it
Just extremely potent swamp gunk. Boror kind of like recoils a little bit at first sniff because it's so strong, and he goes, Boror, I sense the scent continues, but it's strange. It pervades the space, almost as if Wungo's influence is omnipresent here in these lands. But I can definitely detect sort of an intensifying trail of it leading deeper through this village, though this village is unfamiliar to me. And this was mentioned, I don't know if it was mentioned to Gallet and Alok, and I don't think Suli either, but currently the way into Wungo's domain has been sealed off by thick briars, like extremely dense, impassable, kind of magically conjured, like tentacles, like thick tentacles of plant matter that is like jutting out with spikes. You can't see it, you've been told about it. So you haven't seen this thing in person, so you're not sure sort of what to do about it yet. But you have been told that. Boror sort of like, should I just go and lead you forward?
Let me give a sec. Let's see. Let's check in on the beloved team on what they think. Chalcedony, Polyphemus, Dandy.
You see Chelsea and he goes, well, as far as I'm concerned, whichever path takes us towards King Wungo, that maybe we may lop off his large frog head and, restore our Queen Titania back to her normal status, I'm willing to go. And you see Polyphemus says, hey, wherever Ruby goes, that's where I'm going, dog.
That was a quick and deep friendship. You just walked into the cloud and came up best buds?
I watched her save a man's life.
No. Alright. That'd do it.
She didn't have to do it. Dude was like willing to die and everything. But she
What?
intervened. Because it was the right thing to do. And that's the kind of courage
How
that I
crazy did things
want
get in
to
a
aspire
very,
to.
very small amount of time? Yeah.
These Priscilla worshippers are fucking crazy, dog.
Yeah, I thought so too, but now you're telling me weird things. Oh well. All
And you
right.
see,
Well,
I put Polyphemus like just a little bit like we just lower down, like
oh,
lower.
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
We're gonna keep this on the down low, okay? I can't have this getting around to other people.
Oh, did I fuck up just now?
No, you're fine. It's okay. We're still
Actually,
good.
she killed that guy. She killed him with her
Yeah.
bare
now
hands.
that
Yeah.
makes more sense.
After she had saved him, she was like, nah, I just wanted to kill you myself because you seem strong. And then they fist fought to the death.
That
And he gives you
definitely seems
what would
like
be a
the
wink if
Ruby
he had
we
more than one
know.
eye. Just goes,
The picture I have of Ruby in my head definitely aligns with that.
Suli, as you are getting a taste of these these interpersonal dynamics, what's running through your head as they're doing this bit?
I'm just taking it all in. Because I feel like, this is the first full day that I've spent with these strange people, so I don't know them that well yet, so I'm trying to figure out if Ruby, what kind of person is she really?
You're getting a lot of conflicting depictions
I am
right
getting
now, for
conflicting
sure.
accounts, yeah.
Yeah. He's just riffing.
I'm too good a liar. You'll never know unless you check.
Is Ayla good at sarcasm or does it just like sound like normal?
Extremely, like, I know exactly how to make someone know I'm sarcastic. Just no subtlety. Alright. So should we just head out? Do we need a plan? Usually I'll let Silly know. Usually I am the mastermind behind it all. Really, I'm kind of like the spider that weaves its web. That's
Insight check.
that
Okay,
accurately
cool.
describes me.
It was a natural one. I accidentally rolled to the GM, but it was a 1, so I'm like, yeah, okay, well then what's the plan, Master Planner?
Oh, well, the beginning of my plan was to check in with everyone to see if they wished to add it to the plan beforehand, before I unveiled my plan.
Okay, and what is your plan?
Alright, so we need to get to the frog to kill it. And we need to open up a briar patch to do so.
Mm-hmm. Anyone got any plant magic? Or a big
I-
machete?
It's called dramatic timing. So I was, yeah, well, it's obvious that just a normal walking through the briar patch will have issues. He'll probably set up guards, really waylay us. So my plan is to figure out how to get there with
Mm. Mhm.
without just
Great.
walking.
Really great.
No. We're enacting it. We're enact- and,
Well,
and
in a
like
way.
yeah, I mean, well, no, that's bad for Ruby. That's still height.
Guys, I will literally kill you.
You guys were
She's
not this
gonna
mean to
attack.
each other before. I don't understand.
Ruby has
I
bipolar
feel like we're like
disorder.
in like that one person's got their arm around another person, the other person's choking another one out. Like we're literally doing that.
I think you need a get along shirt.
See,
Actually, do
see
you
the
have any plans, Billy? Because as you can see, our master planner needs more
information.
time.
Yeah. It seems like magic would be a great way to solve it, and he is the only one that bothered to study anything about magic.
Well, I guess, I mean, I'm not as smart as him, but I think maybe we should just, maybe we should just go, like, do a scouting mission, maybe, because we don't know, maybe it'll ask for a riddle, or maybe we'll have to, do a puzzle. I don't know, but I think we just have to go see, like, what's there and, figure it out
Scouting,
from there.
information gathering. All right,
Yeah.
all right. And
Yeah.
and yeah, the only things I really know that might be used for someone that actually knows what they're doing is they have they have Calypso's power to a degree, so like there's a connection there between me and them. And I mean, it seems like in this place you can get places if you just really want to, but
That's true.
I don't know if that trumps
Hey,
literally everything.
maybe this is a dumb question, but you did the favor for King Wungo, right? So doesn't he like you right now? Couldn't you just ask for an audience or something? Does he?
If
I don't
if
know
he
what he
is
said.
at all any bit like, okay, we have not given any indication. Well, no outright indication that we're not cool with this. But if he is at all aware of the potential, he probably has to like set a few things in motion, like just guards at the very least.
I guess that's true.
I
But
would
maybe
I don't
like
know if you
to I would like to point out actually Poppy Blossom comes out of Ilok's pocket, just peeks a head out. He goes, well, there wasn't always a briar wall around his domain. Like, as far as I understand it, like it was sort of just, open before. People didn't go there because we're not supposed to, but I imagine if such defenses have been put up, it is to keep people out.
Hmm.
Specifically, whether that means you or just any agent of the Tanya, who may have realized that she's been taken over in some way, you know, i- unclear, but certainly he seems to be expecting some sort of resistance.
Does anyone know how the briars got there? Did he just grow them with his land powers?
I suppose so. I mean, once you're a being of sufficient power, you can do anything in the Feywild if your will is strong enough, if your influence is strong enough. The only thing to consider is that before there was a counterbalance to Wungo's will, to the unseelie court's desires. and that was Titania. She was so powerful that, she prevented much of that. Her will was getting in the way of everybody else's. Even now, when she's been compromised in such a way, the Unseelie Court, their influence hasn't spread everywhere. It's just expanded somewhat.
You think I could become a giant mole and dig a tunnel?
Tis
Oh.
definitely swampy, for sure.
Yeah, no, I guess that would.
Without seeing the barrier firsthand, I wouldn't be able to tell, but, maybe, I don't know, personally.
I feel like I feel like flying over the briar shouldn't work. It's just a feeling in my gut that that shouldn't be
It's too
enough.
easy.
All right. Let's be stealthy about this, though. You're right. We need more information, but let's be stealthy. Dandy, lead the way.
Have we had a short rest, by the way?
We can take
As
a
we
short
were
Yeah,
rest.
for sure. For sure.
Because I just need to attune to my new items. So,
Oh, goodness.
I'm doing that.
Past that
You can
trace.
cast
She
the
can cast past that trace.
which is goaded, hero, champ.
Very strong.
Also, I found something out cool with my new gift from Calypso, with being able to put you guys all in the ring. So when we all go in the ring, we have 8 hours, so we can get a long rest. It turns out, once you get a long rest, that is what you need to get into the ring. So once we pop out, just technically speaking, we can go back in. Once we're out, we can just go straight back in.
I will say, just as a DM, that is assuming that the flow of time is equivalent.
Flow of time still, if they did change it.
So that was under Titania's. So King Wongo implied to you that Titania was speeding it up on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But since she's not really in charge anymore, you are. It's unclear whether or not Wongo would have an incentive to maintain that or not, or if he just changed it back. You are unsure, but
yeah, but it is a possible thing that's changed, so you can't really pull any shenanigans. Oh, maybe that's how we get past the Briar Patch. Well, no, we can't all get past the Briar Patch. It's only me and 5 people, and we have more than that.
do you? I guess you do. Also, Poppy Blossom is not really a combatant.
Oh yeah, I know.
Just so you know.
But we still have too many people.
What if we just had Poppy Blossom carry the ring, and then just cast?
It doesn't look that heavy. Yeah, that could be a good idea. I don't know how high it is, or if flying over it is a thing he might have thought about.
That's kind of Feels' job. I don't want to take that from her. She doesn't get to do much nowadays, but we'll discuss it, all right? But let's venture forth. There's possible ways to get in there, but maybe we can do some experimentations or whatnot. What would Suma do?
Indeed.
Probably expect it.
Probably. That seems like a smart answer.
So, what is the final sort of deliberation here?
Let's go to the Briar. Let's just go in the direction until we hit the Briar Patch.
Okay. So you follow Boror's nose, and there's sort of would you like to sort of like go through the town, or are you trying to avoid as many people as possible?
It's probably best if we avoid people, because, like, he can
Yeah.
see through people.
Okay. So you try to avoid the town. You kind of go around it. It's interesting actually because the town is pretty small, but like the domain in which it's in is very large. It's sort of like as a function of the expansion of that territory.
Domain. The domain
Domain, that
expansion,
domain
if you would. Yeah,
expansion,
yes.
if you will. I was trying not to say that, but alas. Yeah, as a result of that domain expansion, it's like this little hamlet is now in a like tract of land bigger than it's supposed to be in. So it actually is pretty easy to just swerve around it. And you approach what looks to be truly a massive, endless wall of upwardly spiraling tentacles of dark plant matter, each of which is like packed densely with sharp, like jagged spikes that are dripping a venomous ooze. It goes up and up and up forever. It almost feels like the more you look up, the higher it climbs.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be deep in the ground.
Any of you can go ahead and give me a perception or a perception, arcana, whatever you want to do to try and suss out the nature of this thing.
I'm gonna do a nature check.
Yeah,
I'll do an
that works.
acrobatics check.
How like vaultable is this thing? Can I backflip off the briar wall, dude? Can I do a gainer off this thing?
When you look up, it climbs into the sky. It just seems to keep getting higher. Dude, I think I can jump it. I swear I can jump it.
On that roll, you can tell if you did, it'd be sick.
Gnarly. Let's do that.
Galad, on a 14 nature check, this does not seem to be any sort of natural structure. This seems to be conjured up. Even in terms of like the Feywild, it's like not like an indigenous growth to the Feywild. This almost seems to you more like something that Wungo dreamed up or like willed into existence. That is its nature. A thing that shouldn't be, that doesn't actually exist, but Wungo essentially was like, hey, I want there to be something like this, and so it was. Because he has that much power at this point in time. On your check, Alok, you can tell that it's not just like a trick of the light or anything like that. It is literally getting taller the more you look up it in sort of like a magical way. Like, it's not an optical illusion. It literally is. You figure if you tried to fly up it, it would keep climbing
matching
and
him?
you keep matching you, basically. Yeah. On a 22 perception, though, you notice something as you approach the briar wall. A little, almost like as you kind of walk towards it, something about the wall reacts to your presence specifically for some reason. A little spark. Like I said, the air around here is ambiently electrified, we'll say. And at your approach, the sparks kind of like jump and leap, and it is almost as if, how should I put this? Your magic specifically is drawing something out of this place. And you see where you approach, a door-like structure appears in the briars, kind of like manifests in a crackle of lightning, and a little keyhole appears right in the middle. Unfortunately, you do not currently have the key for whatever this door is.
Likes
Camera's
you,
so
Ruby.
fuzzy.
I feel like that's cheating. We came here to get knowledge and a door just pops up for you.
We got knowledge though.
What can I say?
Amazing detective
Some people
work.
just have it. The X Factor.
I mean, she did better than us.
Well-
You gotta give it to her.
Well,
Bolivimus is
mean-
just like, wow, you really are the chosen one.
I'm
I
down
don't know
with that.
that.
No, I'm kind of cool with that. It's a fun narrative.
It's a fun narrative.
Yeah, she's been.
He looks like,
You-
finally, somebody else is the chosen one.
Let's get a
Suli's
cult.
like, finally, someone else is the chosen one.
You can have it.
Let's get a
God
cult around
damn.
her. Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
What's
no
the
comment
key?
on that name. Yeah, I don't know.
How
Is
big is
it-
the key supposed to be? Like, how big's the key lock? Is it normal? Is it big sized?
It is certainly not normal. It is certainly much larger than any key should be. Larger than I think instantly on a glance, Alok, you're like, this thing is not pickable. This is
Right.
like,
You
You-
didn't bring
some-
a jumbo set?
this is some bullshit.
Ah,
Is like
Alok.
I
what
left
you
it on
can
the ship.
immediately
I
kinda
didn't know we
suss
were gonna
out.
be leaving it behind.
It's just a series of short swords.
Maybe. Is it like big enough for a
What
hand
if
to
I
go
like
in, or-
hold up the bottle of lightning, like close to it? Does it do anything?
You hold up the bottle of lightning next to it. Nothing really happens, but it almost intensifies the presence of the door. Like, it's a weird way to put it, but like, it's as if the door gets more vivid. Strangely enough, for whatever reason.
Oh,
We just increased
you
the
know what?
opacity.
I haven't done this yet, and we do have a moment. I thought, why not? So, Chino,
Yeah, what's
you
up?
know when we went to the claw and there was a magic hammer,
Mm,
and I took it, I borrowed it, it's now within my possessions.
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
one-
I take out the
Yeah.
scales of gambling, and I want to see what I get.
What?
Right.
Come on, let me
You're
get give me
trading
a skeleton key.
What is
Skeleton
what
key.
is this? What is this item?
The scales of Libra allow you to
Oh, shit.
gamble and exchange one. I guess it's time for me to decide whether or not this thing is a rare or an uncommon item.
Where did we get the Libra one? Scales.
You got it from winning the trivia contest. That's where you got it.
Oh, real? Oh
The
my god, you're
trivia
right. I
night-
remember that now. Yeah.
The trivia night. Yes, it was a long time ago, but yes, it was
I
from
need
trivia night.
this item, so I don't.
Pencil pushers.
I want to say yes, the pencil pushers. I'm gonna say to you it is a rare item. However, in sort of the lore, in the world, it is not. It's just uncommon. So I'm gonna roll on this
We're gonna get
elemental
that.
gem
I
is what you can exchange it for. It's a wondrous item that can summon an elemental of the same type as the gem. And I'm going to decide that it's a yellow diamond, which would summon an earth element.
Earth Elemental Summon Gem. Alright, that's strong. That is good. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, it's
We
a
will
one-time use, though. I will.
Yeah. I imagine.
You have to break it in order to use it.
Is that a once per
Well,
day?
we got a
Give
new
up.
ally.
Is the
Wait,
scale,
what?
Is the scale once per day?
I
Not that I
don't know
know
if I
of.
said that.
I don't think so.
I think it's once per item. Once an item has been placed on the scale, it can never be placed on it again. So
Oh,
you can't
you
reroll.
exchange an item. That's right. I remember this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it destroys the item you put on if you take the new one.
Right.
Or you can say, I'll just keep the old one.
Okay. Gotcha. That's pretty good. What did we just
Like you
trade
try
for
to
that?
grab both of them.
This like enchanted
Magic Hammer.
Yeah, this hammer
Ah,
from
okay,
the
okay,
claw.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ruby, you seem to like carry shatter stones on you. Like stones is a big thing for you. Do you want to hold on to this?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
All right, here.
Do we still have shatter stones?
I don't know how to use it.
I assume shattering.
You just break it and it summons the elemental.
Yeah, actually, it's way better with you. I would have to like swing with it with my sword because like I can't break stone like that.
Like, should I just do it now?
No, let's
no.
hold on to it. Let's
Yeah.
hold on to it.
Hold on to it.
Yeah. Probably.
Oh, Suli, do you have precious magic items you do not care for that we could trade away?
Let me rifle through Papa's stuff. Let's see.
Also,
What about this
Suma's-
guy?
Oh my god. There was a spare sword on the grave. I could have taken that too.
This is something I found in Suma's inventory that I did not remember. It says 1 magic item of choice. That's not helpful.
That sounds
Did I choose
extremely
already?
powerful.
What is it? I don't know.
Can we give up this phantom item and get an actual item?
I have no, I want to
That's
keep
not how
that.
works.
But I have ascending stone, not the one that Alok and Suma had been using. This is a different one from way long ago that I have. So it probably wouldn't be very powerful, but
Would it
you
go
can use
to
it.
Tracker or something?
It go to one of Estelle. No, not Estelle. What a ring guy. One of Yeska's guys, Rustic.
Heck, it's worth a
But we
shot.
never found the other ones, so I don't think it really matters. It's just
We already did
Ascending
the whole.
stone.
We did the things with the ring is no longer important. I mean,
I
what
was
would
thinking
about
Julie
that,
ever
yeah.
care about the ring? You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of
Yeah.
ring-
So I'll pull that out. She pulls out the old healing dagger that Suma had.
That's a thing.
What is this? Do you feel like you
The
need this
healing
anymore?
dagger?
Isn't
It
this the
was
one
used
that
a
we-
lot, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well, I
I-
used all of the charges. So just
Oh,
charges.
okay. I was gonna ask if I had charges. Okay.
I just have trash in here.
Let's see if it takes a dud.
I mean,
I'll hand that to
maybe it'll give
you.
us a common magic item, which is still cool.
Yeah.
And
Better than that.
I also pull out something interesting. I pull out there's a second obsidian shard in here. I think that Suli pulls it out, and you can see that she looks at it like sort of horrified, because she, her one was used and probably left back at the thing, and she just like holds it out. Whose is this? This isn't mine.
Obsidian shard?
Do we remember? We had a couple of them.
I
Do we know
I
whose
think
this was?
Suma probably would have told Gallet that it had Aliceris's memories in it.
Oh, let's
That is
not
true.
use that then.
Do you want it? I don't
Uh,
want to keep it.
No, that seems good to have.
I think she just sort of drops it in your hand like a hot
Uh,
potato.
Wait, how do you know Alucinius?
No, I don't think
She was
she knows,
scared.
but I think that Gallet, you would know whose it is, and if you sort of are like, oh yeah, I remember that, should be like, here, then you have it, because I don't want to touch it.
Tylen doesn't at all remember, but yeah,
We had a very brief conversation about it many years ago.
It's been a lot
Real
less
life
time.
years.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the fact that that's true. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
well, that's something I'll
so
have to
Gallo.
think on later.
I'm not sure if we want to give these up, but we do have the Ring of Head Empties. We both have one. Now, it
No.
feels like it might still be good.
Look, we're gonna need it okay, we might never need it, but if
We
we
might.
need it and we don't have it,
We're
we're gonna regret it so
Yeah.
bad. Like that mind guy, He was one of our biggest issues.
Yeah, that was one of those. That was pretty rough.
I don't. I think just for safety's sake, we need to hold on to them.
Yeah, that's fair.
One person that can read minds, we're screwed. So we'll hold on to that. But the other stuff you were talking about, Zuli,
Yeah, half
that's
of a
fine.
sending stone and a healing dagger is what I have.
A spent healing dagger.
Which something
Yes.
stone? Is that the ice one? Yeah, it's the ice one, right?
No, I have that one too, but this is a different one.
Oh, which one is that?
It's
From
the
many years
one-
ago, the ring guy.
Yeah, it's the one from the dead body of the ring.
Did we ever talk about it?
We
Yes.
killed.
We must have,
Yeah.
but we
I
never
know
found him.
that it was ever relevant.
It was used. It's either no one answered it, or that was it, they were. It was immediately like obvious that it wasn't.
Oh no
whoever...
It went to Draga.
Oh.
Oh,
It went to Draga because Draga used to
I
be
don't
work for
remember that.
do odd jobs for the ring. I think that's how you
I don't
contact
remember
her
that.
in the first place. To tell her to come to the theater in Barval. This was so long ago. That's
This
why
is
Draga was
crazy.
there.
That
Because you
makes
called her
sense.
and you
Should
were like,
we
"Who
hold
is
on to
I
it
this?"
then?
remember that.
If Draga still has the other one, maybe we should hold on to it because Suli, you're the main sender.
Yeah, I don't remember if that, you guys even knew that, if that happened, or if that's what I planned to have happen. If you
It
did,
sounds right.
Yeah, now that you say it, I'm like, oh, I vaguely remember that, but I wouldn't have remembered
okay.
it. But yeah.
Let's hold on to that. For now, like just safety's sake, maybe because like once we get there, we'll want to see what's going on, and she tends to know what's going on. That's my thoughts, at least. It's not my object.
We could use it any time. I mean, if you want to know what's happening now,
Oh yeah, I guess sending can go.
like what year it is or something.
I know I don't want to open
Maybe you
that
don't
can
wanna
of
know.
worms yet. I don't want to know yet.
Okay, well, I can keep it until you're ready.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
But
Really?
but the healing dagger. Let's see if it works.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
It is a true shame that it's out of charges. It is one of my favorite magical items.
Yeah,
You can
I
shank
assume I meant to
someone.
get it recharged at some point, but it just never happened.
You place the healing dagger on there, but it unfortunately refuses to accept it. It appears that because its magic has been spent, it is currently sort of inert. But
Okay.
it allows you to keep rerolling it in the future, so it doesn't lock you out of it. I think as you guys deliberate on this, I am going to cut in and say, go ahead. I think Ruby, maybe you're the only person not as locked in to fucking with the scale to be able to notice this. Give me a perception check. This does feel like a bottle episode so far. A 17. On a 17, you hear something in the distance. A little thunk. Thunk. Like something heavy being dropped or like smacked into something kind of soft and being taken out with a squelch. But it's very far in the distance. You're unsure why, but your senses feel particularly heightened right now. Maybe something in the ambient static in the air is kind of like making your senses reach out further. It's a distance away, but somebody is doing something to this briar wall somewhere. You may choose to follow this or inform your colleagues or do whatever you want.
So they're on the other side, essentially.
No, it feels like they're on the same side as you, but just far like down that away.
Okay.
Sort of. Just not at the same like
it.
part of the wall as you guys.
I'll probably quirk my ear and ask them, do you guys hear that?
Do we
Sounds
hear
like
what she
what?
points it out?
Like a lump.
Yeah, you guys all
Somebody-
strain your ears, but nobody else seems to be able to hear it. Not in the sense that, like, it's almost just like, oh, there's no way I can hear that from this phone, kind of a thing.
What is it, Ruby?
When you guys don't hear it, and I'll do that thing where I'm like,
Mhm.
hold on.
You're
Okay,
crazy.
did you hear it?
There's nothing.
Well, I
I
mean,
feel like there's someone else who's messing with this wall.
It might be fairy magic. Tricking you. Or she's checking out.
slowly turn to its standy.
Hmm.
I bet.
Well, it feels legit.
Well, you know, there's only one way to
So you
solve
feel
this.
it.
Two of us should stay behind, and two of
Well,
us should
clearly,
check it
I don't think we had another choice here.
Susie,
Two of us need to
wow.
investigate the door, and the other need to go investigate that.
She's
No, it
learning so
seems.
No, we
quickly.
should stay together. We should stay together.
And
She just lost
this
points
might be
there.
what we needed.
You're crazy.
We needed someone to not agree to the nonsense.
Okay. Well, I mean, Ruby's on something. Something's weird with Ruby in this. So
She's on one.
She's on one.
I mean,
Let's
she
go.
saw the
She's on a
door.
tear.
Did she mention the door gaining opacity whenever, or I guess losing? I guess it was. Never mind. Did we see that the electric bottle was affecting the door, or did we know about that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah. You guys probably see that.
Okay. Yeah, Ruby's. There's something going on with this door that maybe Ruby has some.
It's called the X Factor.
Right,
Is
the
that
chosen
established?
one. So let's follow the chosen one.
Maybe
Go ahead
you've
and
heard
lead.
of it.
If your team dies and you're the last
I-
one, that's a level 3 X Factor. It's good for damage and combos.
Anyone
No
know this
one?
one? No.
No, okay.
Um,
Capcom 3 is a good game.
Mm.
I'm gonna follow.
Okay. You follow, and I think that, Polyphemus, your loyal companion, follows suit. And it takes a surprisingly long time kind of get there. You're honestly a bit amazed at the extent to which your senses will be able to pick this up. But you see off in the distance an elven boy. They look sorry, not elven, Eladrin boy. They look to be maybe like mid to late teens, perhaps, maybe like 16 to 19 in that range. They have shockingly blue hair, and they're taking a large axe to the briar wall again and again and again. And every time they sink the metal into it, when they pull it out, the thing just kind of reforms. And you see it's almost like an exercise in very Sisyphean, if you will. Doing it over and over again to the extent that this person's sort of mental state has manifested as a personal rain cloud over their head that is kind of like raining on them and like making their hair wet and having to like paste it to their face to the extent where you are unsure if they are crying or not. It would be impossible to say.
So I can't tell what their mental state is. Like,
Judging
Are
by
they
the
doing
rain
it very,
cloud,
like-
they seem sad or angry or something along. Definitely, there's a sadness in there, given.
are they doing it in a controlled way though, or is it like they have to, or is it like they're doing it?
No, like
that's
they're
the
doing
way-
it in the way a person might punch a wall.
Oh,
Feeling they might have been affected by the Wungo thing, and they're mad at him. Maybe.
good observation. Ayla.
Yeah, but how is he gonna
You should
help
go
us?
talk to him, Ruby.
Yeah,
A local
I should talk to them?
therapist.
go to the chosen.
Yeah,
one.
because you're the only one who heard it, so I think it means something to you somehow. I don't know how, but
Or you have better
Like-
ears than us.
Yeah, you're the chosen one. I think this is your job to take the lead.
I really
Make
don't
the
like
child
talking to
trust you. Get everything out of them you can.
Well, okay, we're not. You don't have to.
What?
We don't need no extreme.
Does he are we close enough to see like his clothing and like stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's a bit too wrapped up in whatever it is he's doing to kind of like notice that people are kind of like coming up, but you're not that close enough where like he has to notice you or anything. He's
I just,
wearing the same sort of robes that seem to be mandatory around these parts. Everybody seems to kind of be wearing the exact same thing. But this person has their hood down, unlike the other people you've seen who have all had their hood up. And the sleeves on the robes have been rolled up a little bit to expose their forearms that you're using to swing this axe.
No. Jeez.
I don't know what they could know because they clearly don't know how to get in any more than we do. Well, we know the door at least, but there's gotta be a reason you heard him from so far away. No good ears would make up for that distance. So.
Ruby, you should investigate. We are lacking knowledge.
Why'd you say that?
Okay.
I'm just going with whatever everyone else thinks is a good idea.
Well, you're the one that makes plans.
Well, yeah, and I needed the knowledge.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Okay, I think you're kind of right. Maybe. Okay. So
we're gonna go
like,
with you. Just take the.
yeah, we'll back you up.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. If you start lying, I'll agree with you.
I'll stay quiet.
Okay. I will amble up to the kid and be like, "Are you putting your weight behind it?"
He kind of like startles at that and goes, "Fucking course!" And then he looks at you. He startles a little bit, like he has his axe like instinctively in like an aggressive position, like the anger in his face is apparent, the anger in his posture as he holds this weapon is apparent, and he like snaps initially, but then he looks at you and he goes, "Oh wait, you're a new one, new face. Who are you, stranger?"
Who'd you think I was?
"Well, I thought you were one of the, the fucking cloaks over there from the village. Come to tell me off again. Come to beat the
They
shit out
told
of me,
you not
perhaps."
to come to. Oh, why would they do that?
"Well, that's what they do to anyone who's different. Not that I believe you'd understand." He kind of stows the axe a little bit.
Because I look perfectly normal.
"Yeah, well, you haven't lived your entire life in a place where everyone worships the exact same thing all the time, and they're super gung-ho about it."
I'm just like, well, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
He goes, Sorry, I'm being rude. I'm just a bit worked up, is all." He offers you his hand and
Oh,
says,
good.
"My name's Alexandrite, but you can call me Alex." For real gems?
Oh, I'm also a gemstone.
Oh, really? Are you also from Gemhaven? I've never seen you around before.
No. I'm from a different place completely.
Oh, wait,
Not
are
the
you-
Feywild.
are you from the material? You're from Ela.
Yeah.
God, you must tell me what it's like over there. I bet it's heaven.
Less so now, I think. With the Red Wraith.
Maybe a
What's that?
darker
It was fun.
biblical version.
Were you? I mean, you look like you're wearing armor and stuff. Were you like a traveler or an adventurer or something?
Yeah, we're all adventurers.
Oh, I suddenly see your
Mm.
friends now. Okay, really glad this isn't an ambush. Well, you see, he kind of like waves hello and kind of like gestures that it's okay to approach him a little bit.
They like his
and you guys
all
all,
the time. I can roll for it. He's
you don't need to, it's fine.
okay. He's not coming out this time. He's gonna stay.
And he says, so tell me, adventurers, have you ever been to a place called Playa?
Yes, I'm from there. I'm sorry.
You're from there.
Yeah.
Tell me, what is it like?
Oh, it's
Is it
beautiful.
I've only heard legends, you know, I belong to Storm's Hollow, but every now and then, you see, he digs into his robe and takes out a mask, and he says, every now and then I sneak into Gemhaven because it's the only place where you can really get, like, stuff from outside of the Feywild. Stuff kind of trickles in there sometimes, and I've read a few books, and, well, you know, it doesn't substitute for, like, real experience over there.
Oh, well, what do you want to know? I've been, well, only 2 places on Playa, but you know, that's more than you. Sounds
Have you
like.
seen the volcano? Is it as majestic as the stories make it seem?
Oh yes, especially when it
Traumatic
erupts.
memories of her father swimming in.
She didn't hear that
Yeah,
story,
she
I
loves
think.
it.
Yeah, I have a far off look in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, she like happily describes the erupting volcanoes. It's like, and then sometimes there's volcanic lightning. Do you think that would be cool to see? It's really awesome.
Well, I'm not much of a big fan of lightning, personally. I mean, he looks around at the fucking storm, the
know.
permanent storm overhead, and he goes, it gets old after a bit.
Oh, well,
Um,
but not all the time, because sometimes there's like other things like underground. There's magma flows sometimes. My mama took me
Really?
to see one. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see, he goes, he pulls up his robe a little bit more, and you see on his left arm, he has tattooed, like, the shape of a volcano, like in a little sigil. And he goes, that's been my life's dream, to visit Pelea. To go and be able to worship the goddess that I admire. Instead of fucking Priscilla. You see, he looks around at the
Oh.
storms around him, and he goes,
I just look at Ruby like, this is awkward.
You
you
have
see,
a
he goes, I mean, I wanted to confirm something. Is the goddess's name spelled the same way as the volcano? I was gonna get another tattoo, but I wanted to make sure that that was correct.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, good. It's gonna go right here. He pulls up his other sleeve, and you see he has a tattoo that says Priscilla, and it's crossed out. But it is spelled PRUHSSELLUGH.
Wow.
Stella? Oh.
Yeah, that's
That's,
I'm hoping that's gonna chat in a second.
It's
Is
spelled
that
like
how-
this. Woo.
Is that how everyone
I
spells it where
love
you're
my
from?
god Priscilla.
A Priscilla.
That's exactly how everyone
my
spells
God.
it.
Girl.
It's a dumb fucking name.
Well,
Spelled in a dumb way. It's been spelled that way for centuries or whatever.
is that how it was originally spelled?
Originally, I mean,
Well, you know,
I have
how you guys came here from, like, Ruby was saying you came here from the material plane, like, centuries ago and stuff?
yeah, of course, yeah, it was ages and ages ago, and then whatever, and then there's all this history, and we were persecuted, and now it's very interesting, because the moment a son of Storm's Hollow wants to worship another goddess, he gets persecuted. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny?
So what's your deal anyway, dude? What are you
What's
trying to
my
get in there
deal?
for?
Well,
Bruv.
I'll have you know that my brother was meant to be executed today. Sacrificed
Look at Ruby.
to this
Oh no, she killed
dumbass
him.
goddess. And what? For what reason? For what reason? They keep saying, oh, if we sacrifice enough people, eventually the goddess will come talk to us. And you know what? I don't know that she ever has, really. Other than, hey, here's more storms, here's more fucking rain, here's the thunder again, waking you up from a nap. And you see he goes, he was saved on some sort of technicality. But you know, the funny thing is that tomorrow, he's just gonna be executed again. Sacrificed again. And he's so fucking
Oh, wait.
brainwashed that he signed up for it again. I talked to him after. I said, hey, you've been saved, Topaz. You can just, live your life. If this was divine intervention, shouldn't you listen to it? And he just said that the goddess wishes to spare me today and sacrifice me the next day. And it just meant that there was something in her plans for me today, and there isn't tomorrow. That's how bad the brainwashing gets around here.
I should just let him die.
Maybe.
What do you mean by that? You see, he looks at you like, what do you mean? You should have let him die.
I was talking to myself. Ignore me.
Give me a deception check.
He's schizophrenic.
I feel like that's
you know
even
how
more
it is.
troubling. 'Cause now there's a lot of variables for what you meant by that. Just randomly thinking that out loud.
Oh,
Yikes.
Ooh. On a natural 19, he draws his axe and he steps up to you. And he's... Oh, I'm gonna wait for her to stop talking to your sister for a second.
she's just convening her with her god. You know how it is.
Yeah. I don't see the cat anywhere, so it can't be.
True. That's the god sphinx.
Honestly, the cat is the god, if we're being honest.
I agree. Both of them. All three of them. There's actually three now. You see Alex steps up to you and she says, what the fuck did you mean by that? I'll fight you.
I will wait for him.
He's just really starting to cuss
He's
you
really
out.
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
We're
there's a lot of
bleeping
bleeping.
him
Yeah.
out right now, but what he's saying is absolutely vile.
Ludicrous. I would never expect him to say this kind of stuff.
Twitch TOS would not allow this, so we had to,
No.
get it out of the way.
Censored.
Live.
Yeah. I've never heard that word before, actually.
Yeah, I'm afraid to look it up.
Yeah. The way he said it with the hard R makes me worried.
Well, let's be careful with that. Let's not throw that accusation out.
Yikes.
I think that word's technically banned from the English vocabulary.
From the English language.
It's
Yeah.
Priscilla with the hard R. Prod. Priscilla. Dude, it's another one of those Priscillas.
I can't believe the kid volunteered himself again.
Yeah, no, that kid seems stupid.
Really good timing though for the crash. Just funny wise.
Yeah.
It was right when he started.
Mhm.
It's also a great frame that we got him on here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's about to come in and tell you a secret.
There you are.
Hey,
My
welcome
God.
back.
Welcome back.
Okay. That was the longest DC
Sure.
of my life.
I just can't.
Well, the
believe
funny
you
thing
said
is,
those
I
things.
could hear. I started being able to hear before you started being able to hear me. for
Wait,
some reason.
when did you come in?
Yeah, what did you hear?
I heard someone say something about the hard R, and I was
No.
very confused as to how we got to that point in the
Oh, no.
conversation. In the
Not
1
relevant.
minute my internet cut out.
It's not our fault that we got there. It's your fault. Just let's make that clear.
0 to 60, you know?
Alex turns around and casts power word cancel, and you just
Oh, that's very powerful.
your existence is erased. All memory of you gone. Yeah, so Alex turns to you and he draws his axe and kind of steps forward aggressively. And he goes, "What the fuck did you mean by that?"
Hey, I'm not scared of you, kid.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm
I'm
gonna
clerical
cast calm
player.
emotions on him.
Okay, is there a save for that, or does it just what's the
Yes,
save
I
for that?
believe so. The
Wisdom?
charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Okay, this is just a flat roll for her. A 17 on the die.
Oh.
17
I don't know if-
is my DC.
On the die, you see Alex goes, "I felt that. not cool.
Okay,
guys
hold
have
on,
to-
hold on.
When a volcano is about to erupt, there's nothing you can do to stop it.
You're not helping Alexander. Look, we've gone off on the wrong foot. You know, it was my fault for letting anyone else talk to someone, it appears. Come on, Ruby. Why you have to be so aggressive? He's having a hard
You
time of
started
it. Look, my partner here, she's a bit rash. She's a bit aggressive. I'm far more trustworthy.
You're the good cop, okay?
Yeah, for sure. And what she said on record, she did not mean it. She did not know what she was saying. And also, yeah, your brother seems absolutely stupid. I'm sorry that you gotta
That was
deal with that.
my point.
Wow.
Yes, she means well. She means well. There's no need to go to blows.
You see, he puts his axe back on his back. And I think, Ruby, for the first time, you notice that this axe is divine in nature. It is like a cleric's weapon.
So it's a magic weapon?
One might say that.
Put it on the scales.
Well,
Bring out the scales.
it acts as his focus in the same manner as your hammer does for you.
Is it big enough to be used as a key?
Certainly not big enough to be used. And you see Alex goes, well, I don't like saying this, but I can at least respect that you speak your mind. And you see too few people do that around here anyway. And you see he turns and he goes, by the way, what are you guys doing here anyway? Shouldn't you be, frolicking over in Gemhaven or somewhere in the Summerwood or something like that?
We're looking at the Briar Patch too, which is interesting. Why are you so interested in cutting down the Briar Patch?
Well, the only way to stop Priscilla is to kill her master, King Wongo.
God, knowledge travels fast. Hasn't even been a day. How did you know? How did people already know everything?
Priscilla's master, not Titania.
Oh, bah.
Yeah. I was gonna say you're a little too nonchalant about that drop. It's
Oh yeah.
interesting.
Wait. Priscilla has a master?
Well, yeah, she's like, King Wongo's like sort of like first commander, sort of member of the Unseelie Court. Is this all news to you?
I'm sorry. What? I turned to. Does this kid actually know what he's saying?
Anyone can give me an insight check.
The stupidity runs in the family. It appears.
Anyone can give me an insight check.
Am I able to have an eye on him while
Rolling
I'm
like
stealth?
shit.
By like in a bush, I can see him still.
Sure.
Okay. Useless for me.
Alok, from a distance, you can tell this guy's not lying.
Okay.
He is speaking his truth. He's speaking what he knows. He has that like confidence of like, everybody was taught this from a young age. Like, why are we acting like
That's
this is
how it
news
goes.
type of thing. And I think Gallet, you look at him and you can tell that like he's definitely saying stuff that he thinks is true. And he's not happy about it. Ruby, what I think you glean is you remember that in the sort of temple that you were in, you remember that when they were kind of having you participate in the ritual, they said something along the lines of King Wongo suggested that it would be better for the ritual if you did this or if you did that. Like they had King Wongo suggested that they should be like chained up while they're sacrificed ritually. For whatever reason. So you are aware that, at least in this settlement, King Wongo is very involved in how the worshipping of Prusellugh, Prussellugh, is worshipped.
That's not the story that we tell back home.
Oh, really? Is it different over there?
Very different.
How is Paleo worship? I bet she does sort of lots of really cool, like merciful stuff for her followers, right? She'd never have somebody killed on her whims.
That was a mild stare.
Might. Often. Annually.
And he
With
goes,
very little regard to the loss of a life.
well,
Yeah.
that sounds like bullshit to me. There's probably just not enough true believers over there. True believers like me.
You're welcome to go over there, kid.
That's a thought.
I'm trying, but King Wungo has outlawed for the longest time anybody to leave his territory here in the Unseelie Court's domain and go to the material plane. All efforts to try and circumvent that have been utterly stopped. As long as you're in your domain, in his domain, you cannot go to the material plane. Which is fucked, if you ask me. Which is why he takes his
Oh,
axe and
okay.
cuts into the briar wall again. He goes and then like reforms. Why I'm trying to break through. Unfortunately, the only person with a key to all of King Wungo's domains is Priscilla.
If only we had someone that had a very deep connection. A very deep connection to Priscilla.
I already tried.
If only one of our members could do something. If only they were there.
God, you're very
mean,
close.
It's very like idealistic of you, but we have no one like that. I don't know why you're emphasizing this so hard.
I love the mental image of Gallup actually doing that.
Yeah,
Oh, for
slowly
sure.
getting in her
Actually.
face.
Yes.
So, what's been happening in that cloud, by the way? We didn't really talk too much about it, Ruby.
The cloud?
The one that you walked into?
Oh, the village?
Sure, there's a village in the cloud.
I thought I told you this.
That was
but
where you saved the guy, right?
Yes, thank you, Julie, for listening.
Did you see a key? But wait. I turn to
Yeah.
Alex. I glare at him. Because I just have this teenager's grudge
look?
against him now, and I don't know why.
Are you gonna fight or something? I'll tussle with you.
No,
Whoa.
this is civil conversation. The person who has the key is Priscilla. Is that right?
For sure.
And have you ever met Priscilla?
Well, no, she never fucking shows up around here.
Where
Sort of,
does
you
she
know.
live?
Well, supposedly somewhere up in the clouds or something. You know, we do all these sacrifices every now and then to try and gain her favor or whatever. And then I don't know that we've ever really had any favors from her, to be fully honest with you.
Is sacrificing a thing back on the material plane she does, Ruby?
Is sacrificing people for Priscilla the thing?
Yeah, is that in her MO?
You can give me a religion check or just a wisdom check. I will say with advantage since this is your domain after all.
I don't know if
Let
I'm
me
looking at things through
consult my text.
rose-colored glasses, because you.
Okay. On an 18, I'll tell you this. There is no shot in hell like Priscilla would ever ask for sacrifices. Even a goddess like Palea didn't ask for sacrifices. She did tests. You know what I mean? Like it was like a contest. For Priscilla, you would think that like Priscilla's more like lives will be lost because of me, because of the storms I weave over the seas, and lives will be saved because of me, because of the storms I bring to like, you know, drought-stricken areas, that, you know, the rain I bring to help crops grow. Like she is a goddess that is also in a way about balance. Like the balance that storms can bring, both destruction and renewal. She would not ask for a one-sided thing like a sacrifice in her honor. It would be antithetical to her morals and values. To your instincts, Ruby, something is very wrong. People are being lied to, and you imagine that the source of the lies is related somehow to Wungo, though to what end it is unclear. They seem pretty sure that Priscilla is like a real figure who is like second in command in Wungo's court. Oh, I fucking DC'd again, didn't
No, you
I?
didn't. Let me see.
I
hear ya.
super did. I don't understand.
Oh, he doesn't
Why
hear
is this
us.
happening?
Well,
This is different this time.
poopy pants.
Wait, he can't hear us. We can say things. Oh, there he
We can
goes.
say anything we want.
He's still there.
Anything.
He's still there. He's still there.
Get it all off your chest.
There's a chance it all just like it comes back to him and he hears everything really quickly because that happens sometimes.
Yeah, just like that happened with Alok.
Oh.
I'm deeply offended that I
True.
keep getting cut off in the midst of these lore explanations.
We actually hear you the whole
Am I
time.
back?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you never pause for us. Yeah,
Yeah, we
Oh,
heard you the
wow.
whole time.
it's really weird.
That was kind of
Um,
rude what you said.
We saw you pick your
But-
nose too. I know you don't think we saw that.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Yeah, you definitely think that stuff is awry.
I don't know to what end, but for some reason Wongo wants them to believe that sacrifices are good. And
Yes.
okay. Yeah, no, she's anti sacrifice.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's-
that. Tell that to the elder then. They've been doing sacrifices for like hundreds of years now.
Elder singular?
Yeah, she's like this old lady that's sort of rarely seen, stops by every now and again. But
We probably need to beat up an old lady.
Fine with me.
Seems like that's where things are going.
I forget. Was it when I was there? Were there like religious texts? There were, right? That they.
sure, probably, yeah. They probably had like some kind of text that we're basing some stuff on.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. This just all sounds very wrong. Why would a goddess listen to King Wongo ask for sacrifices when clearly not part of her MO?
What kind of
What if-
sacrifices are we talking about here? Like, oh, what? Why is Silma not here? He'd know what sacrifices could mean if we had the specifics. I just know it. Silly, do you know sacrifices?
Oh yeah. Yeah, know all about that.
Well, Alok's hiding. Can he think about anything he's read about in the past about that like lines up specifically with how this is being described? Maybe perfectly with the Feywild.
You can give me an Arcana check.
That's fun. Well, maybe.
You're
It's not.
on a 14. On a 14, I think that hard to make any significant connections here, but certainly in the realm of Ela, in the material plane, a sacrifice is essentially worthless unless the god is actually wanting that.
Mhm.
Like the god has to be like, "Hey, do this for me. I'm watching you, and if you do it, I'll give you something or whatever." You know, that's kind of how it goes in Ela, right? Otherwise, you just kill a person and you say it's for a god. It's meaningless. In the Feywild, intent, emotion has way more sway than anywhere else. You figure that a sacrifice here has more innate potency than anywhere else, if enough people believe that it's
Right.
accomplishing.
All right. Okay.
Mhm.
I feel like Alok is just gonna pop out of the bush that he was hiding in, like very nonchalantly. Like he's not even gonna like address it. He just popped out or talk to the guy.
Whoa.
Guys,
Very
Oh,
forward of
turns
you.
table.
Oh, hello, by the way. Yeah.
I was betting a
I'm,
gold that you were coming
I'm
from the
not
tree.
interested. I'm not interested. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're right. Bushes. It's the new Suma thing that's hitting me.
It's an
It's unavoidable.
It's an ancient Elageran tradition.
Nah, why did I say bush? I was thinking a tree originally.
when you
glad you
wish to
said
court
that. It's in the
somebody,
blood
you
now.
emerge
Damn it.
from bushes.
Unavoidable.
Whoa.
It was just like, oh, I'm sorry.
I'm flattered,
That was
though.
so.
I'm quite
I
flattered.
didn't. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I've rejected. Kind of stings actually. I don't know why. So I feel like we're maybe not on track here, guys. I think that there's a very good chance there's something pretending to be Priscilla, and it's not actually a god.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
She has not said that, but that's what she's been thinking this whole time.
I remember hearing you say that. True.
Thank you.
Yeah, no,
I
I don't. It just
assume
weren't
the name being wrong might help with that.
I think it's something pretending to be Priscilla that works for Wungo, or maybe it's just Wungo. It's probably the Elder. The way the Elder was described, pretty mysterious, kind of a weird being that might
Beating
be
up
the
old
Elder.
ladies
old lady.
seems like just
Yeah,
a more and more
it's
fun
weird.
idea.
And sacrifices in the Feywild, if enough people believe it's for something, it doesn't matter if there's actually a god attached. It could still be useful for something, maybe powering something for Wungo or this fake Priscilla. So maybe we should probably go investigate the village and maybe find that elder and see what's going on with this fake religion. Because this isn't the same religion, Ruby. This isn't your religion. It's something else.
A subset, an offshoot.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's fake.
Yeah.
I think enough people believe it's her Priscilla that's why there's the whole lightning thing going on. But like, if as soon as they stop believing that, it's gonna stop. I don't think it's necessarily.
And why the different spelling name?
What about it?
I don't understand. The different spelling for the name?
It's who knows? Maybe it's just because they're from the Feywild and they're weird, or it's because maybe if they
Leia
copied the.
spelled correctly.
It's probably due to
Right?
copyright law.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I wonder. It is possible that maybe like having this like if you take the same spelling of a name, the god would be like, "Whoa, calm down. This is my thing." So maybe that's the thing.
Well, maybe it's like maybe someone just, they've been worshiping this wrong idea of Priscilla this whole time. Maybe they accidentally, like, manifested some different kind of entity that they think is Priscilla, but it's
Could be.
actually Priscilla.
It could be.
I don't
I
know.
will say the
Or
four
it's
of
the
you
Elder. I don't know.
have been fucking around in the Feywild long enough to know that names have a lot of power here.
Right.
I guess anyone can give me an Arcana check or history or anything like that.
I try to do a handstand.
I never use my history.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Alok, on a 29 history, damn near a fucking 30, what you piece a couple things together, and the name being different, you surmise is incredibly because if they were worshipping Priscilla with a C, it is very likely that all that power, all that religious fervor, that devotion would actually go to the real Priscilla.
Right.
It would be impossible to sort of like divert that in any sort of a way if they were using the real name. So that is why the fake name is important. I think your knowledge of like names importance here is it kind of like makes those pieces fit together.
Mm-hmm.
You are certainly sure that some entity has taken this fake name and convinced everybody that's how Priscilla is spelled, so that it sort of like redirects their prayers to a different place, basically. Ruby, I think on a 24 history check, you're starting to remember You're the one who you asked about if there were any texts, right? Like religious texts.
Yep. Mhm.
You in your travels, as a cleric of Priscilla, you have only ever seen a certain amount of texts that are in her name. None of those really matched up to what you saw inside the temple. You imagine these are all new texts that have been devised for a different purpose. So that is what you put together. Like, you're looking at it and it's like, it's not like they're fucking up the name on accident. You figure whatever the name is spelled wrong in those texts for sure, because they're not the ones that
Right.
you have ever seen in your travels.
What do we get on Gallet's acrobatics check?
Gallet, you jump on one of like the thorns on the fucking briar wall and do a fucking backflip.
Yeah! That was sick!
Whoa.
Dang!
So did you guys figure it out?
That was pretty fucking sick.
That motivation, yeah.
Sorry, I got distracted by the sick fucking backflip. Are you saying that,
I
the
swear-
entire commune has been living a lie for hundreds of years?
Well, I was about to say that, but I lost my train of thought after seeing it. I lost everything.
It was a pretty sick backflip, so
Yeah.
like I totally get it.
I don't remember. It was something important.
Almost inspirational, I feel.
Mm.
Hmm.
A moonlight
That's a word
question.
for it. That's a crazy word for it.
Yeah, so basically, names are important, and that's the reason is probably just to make sure that whoever's trying to trick them gets what they want out of this, and not actually Priscilla. So yeah,
Yeah, I
that
feel
village
like-
sucks. Or it sucks for them at least.
So it seems like we're still on the same track of find old lady, get
Probably.
answers from old lady.
It's either the old lady or the old lady works for whatever the creature is. Or maybe the old lady even knows the secret, who knows.
All right.
what would you
So, Alex, good buddy, friend, pal, Alex. Now one of the crew, one of the guys.
What's
How-
up, bro?
Yeah, what's up, man?
what a
how-
change up.
I mean, when you see somebody do a sick
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
backflip like
yeah.
that, it's
One
like
of the
sort of
guys.
like, you know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Honorary Locky lad.
Well,
I don't know what that is. My
All right,
knowledge of the
shit.
eel is very
let's say
limited.
Locky Lad and we do.
Yeah,
This
just
is
say
Palea Pal, if anything. Just saying.
That would make more sense.
Oh, Palea Pal,
Yeah.
that sounds cool.
I think we
Sorry, I
Yeah.
would part of that. Is there like a
That-
P thing that we can do?
It
Ooh.
feels kind of redundant.
Yeah, you should
but
definitely
I'm
do
just
this,
Oh
gonna-
yes, you're a Palea Pal, just so you know. That's
Alright, that's cool. That's cool.
That one's way better than
can
ours.
you-
We gotta think of something.
Can you? No, we have to stick with it.
But maybe like, oh man, I don't know.
No. Look. Just because someone else does something cool does not mean we are less cool for
You
doing
know what? We're
so.
cooler for sticking to our guns. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We were here first.
Locky Lad.
All right. Can you show us around the town? Maybe bring us to the elder, or like
Oh.
someone, a leader,
I-
perhaps.
I can try. I can tell you I'm not very much, respected around those parts, but
It's fine. It's fine. You're
if
better.
it helps sort of dethroning the current regime and sort of, stopping the whole sacrifices thing, that would save my brother's life. So I'm a bit invested in that.
Yeah, no, that seems like a thing we do. Not kill your brother. Taking down regimes. Hey, you know what's a cool thing about Ruby? She's a king killer. Isn't
Is
that
she?
neat? Yeah.
don't.
Why didn't you open with that?
Well, it doesn't.
And let's not
We have to know
let's
the
not
person
ask for
first.
what land that king is from.
Yeah,
True.
What king did
I
you
mean-
kill and sort of why?
I'm not proud of it. He wasn't like a threat. He was like in a box. It's a long
Okay.
story.
Oh, you put him in the coffin before killing him. That's fucking metal. So I'm assuming there was like
Efficient.
a big like backstory where like the king was super like horrible to you and like your people, and like you rose up in a rebellion to sort of overthrow
yeah.
him and stuff. It was like definitely very personal, right? And like not like an accident.
It was
That's kind of
personal. The
true.
reason that everyone was there, it was definitely personal.
And there was a rebellion
Wow.
that was kind of happening.
So yes.
It's better to not tell the story, actually. So
It's cooler if there's
let's
mystery. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
let's find
You
the
When you
see-
get out on the material plane, you can find out for yourself.
You see, he says, that'll be the day. You see, he reaches out his hand to you, Ruby. He says, well, King Killer, I apologize for snapping at you earlier. It appears I've misjudged you.
And people don't always like me. Not always their cup of tea. So
Hey, me neither. Everyone in my city hates me, so I guess
That's
sometimes,
sad.
you're so used to people disliking you that you just act like a prick just to get it over with. Skip to the
very
part where you dislike me
insightful.
already. That's gonna happen anyway. And you see he gets quiet after that, and he goes, but before we leave from this place, there's kind of throws a longing look at the briar wall, and he goes, there's one thing I want to do. He runs, tries to do a backflip, and falls on his ass on a 9 acrobatics check. He goes, oh, you made it look a lot easier than it
Well,
actually was. Okay.
It was still pretty
Well,
cool.
I didn't
though.
have a massive axe on my back. That's really messing up
Yeah.
all your.
You know what? Yeah, I think that did throw off my gravity a little bit.
Mhm.
God. Okay. All right. Well, I'll show you around town. And I think on that, let's take a little break. As Alexandrite, or Alex for short, is about to show you around Storm's Hollow. The bottle episode continues. Actually, it's not a bottle episode anymore. It was at the beginning. But
What's
now
a
we're getting
bottle
into the.
episode?
Yeah, I'm lost on that one too.
It's an episode of a TV show where not a lot of action happens. It's mostly a lot of like character interactions and like talking and conversations.
I feel like it's a
But,
lot
like the
of our
plot doesn't really move
episodes.
Well,
forward.
okay,
It's just
so
people like talk.
A good episode generally.
Yeah.
No, I like
and
bottle episodes.
That's like at least half of ours.
Sometimes
Yeah.
It usually
we
happens.
interact with the things a lot of times.
It does. It happens like right before boss fights, kind of, and like our end of arcs. Kind of beginning and like middle, almost. Right? For us, I mean.
it was more just because like we were looking at all of our stuff when we were like rehashing old items. It kind of reminded me of there's an episode where they're like,
we were doing some budget saving. We were doing a recap episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone
They used to
remind
do
me
it
at
because
the
they
end
didn't
of
have
this
enough
to
money.
see if I can get that axe. Try to remind me.
Okay. I won't. I'm so happy that I actually pre-made tables for the scales of Libra. I didn't think I did that, and I looked and I was like, oh, I did do that. Wow. I was so proud of myself for preparing that ahead of time.
good
Yeah,
job.
no, that
Pastor
smells
Cheeto.
horrible.
It was,
Hey, yeah.
but we're gonna trade it out for something else.
Really brings me back to middle school.
Yeah, I guess that's worth it then.
BRB, we'll say at 50. It's like 42 right now.
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Hello.
Spooky Ghost is back.
It's a callback to.
It's a little callback joke.
Yeah.
You had to be there.
It wasn't in the video, so they don't even know.
Oh, true.
They, as in we, who were gonna watch it.
The Twitch viewers are gonna be so fucking confused, bro.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone been going? Anyone have a cool story to tell?
Who's it for?
Wait, what?
I think your
You sound
audio was cutting
You
out.
You sound distant.
How's everyone doing?
Sorry, can you
Great.
speak up a little bit, or you're a little quiet?
I'll get closer.
Eat the mic.
Yeah.
Man, it sucked when Gandalf died. This is
Oh,
what I
yeah.
think about when I hear this song.
I could
Oh
believe
yeah,
that.
this is from Lord of the Rings. It
It
is.
actually is.
I've
Spoilers.
watched Lord of the Rings a sinful amount of times.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings knowledge on this person, insane. I need some.
But what were the trees that were the first trees?
I don't know.
The end.
I haven't read the
Question mark?
Silmarillion. No, I did, but
How
only
dare you.
once because it was scary.
Oh yeah.
Why don't they just use guns? Did they ever answer that?
Yo.
Lord of the Rings and Lord
Why
of the
didn't
Rings.
they
if
like
had guns.
use a drone to fly the ring into Mordor?
Planes
The
can
Eagles are
take us
drones
super
now.
far, super quick. Why didn't they just get a plane?
What the fuck? Were they dumb?
That's gotta be a character, Chino. You've gotta make that person a character someday.
What the fuck?
I know that person.
I'm the Red Wraith, man! It
We're
was
gonna get to
me!
Locky and everyone's like, yo, dude.
Oh no, it's
not
ruined.
Locky.
What's up, bro?
No.
Just phoning it in for
Years
the
to
last
get there.
continent of the campaign.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to get into like the Wolf Imperial Palace? Who do you know here?
That would be the worst and best thing.
Name 3 queens right now, dude. Name 3 queens.
Who knew
I'm
it?
not a real
Who
fan.
knew it?
Not a real fan.
Got me.
No, hang on.
I think
Yeah, that's what I fucking thought.
because we didn't go into the one with the Queen of Loki, I feel like it has to be her that speaks like that now. Because we have no confirmation she doesn't speak like that. So,
Yo, that'd be actually
I would
fucking
love to
sick.
hear those speeches.
yeah, her voice is still up in the air. There's
That
you can
is
choose.
true. People
I have a
Loki.
question about that
Like-
scene, actually.
Like I'm
Yeah,
the
what's
queen,
up?
bro.
Which my character will not know, but I was
Neither of
curious
them.
if no, neither of them. But like she was like in her dressing room, right? She was like getting
You're like
ready
getting
for
fitted for
something.
like a ball gown that she didn't look comfortable.
Did okay, now I promise this is an innocent question. Her chest did
Whoa!
did she have
okay.
an eye on it? Was there an eye on it?
I'm gonna choose to say
Or was
that
it like
I don't
a
like these
neck
accusations.
neck
I
down?
don't think.
This
was
dress,
like
which is fine.
it was like right here.
Sure.
I'm like
I wonder
very
if there was a little
Let's see, am I
eye
going
on-
on record for
Like a
looking
ball
for
gown.
that?
I think Galet's eyes might have been.
No, I wasn't. Look, I am happily relationshiped with a werewolf. All right.
True.
That is
True.
true. We can't forget Ebony
not the cheating
Darkness
type.
Dementia Raven away.
I shouldn't even. That's my bad.
Which is, you know what's funny? I do still work on like the novelization every now and then, but I have these moments where I'm like, well, that can't be it. I'm gonna have to rename this character. That can't fucking be in it. This whole Hogwarts parody
no.
thing, that can't be in it.
Well, maybe that. I don't know.
I don't think I can do that.
That's gotta go.
Oh no, I
The
just realized.
categorization cap, that can't be in it. There's no fucking way. Okay. So
What was the categorization camp?
that is how you guys got sorted into your houses in Ravenhall.
No,
Oh!
categorize. Don't say sorting. Don't say sorting.
We can't say
Copyright, guys.
legally. We can't say sorting,
Careful.
unfortunately. But you guys were categorized.
That sounds
Wow.
so much worse.
Simpler times, honestly.
Have
I miss
you ever
Doomhouse.
heard or read about oh my god, I just wait, hold on. No, I have it on Audible. Give me a second. I have it on Audible. Audible.
Oh.
It's pertaining to that book. I swear this is definitely gonna be worth stopping everything for me to bring. You're gonna be like,
I believe
whoa.
you. I believe you.
I'm starting to not believe, actually. The more you...
Wait, no, hold on. See, now I'm almost there. So now it's really... Oh my god, it's chapter 1, but it doesn't say the name of the thing. Are you kidding me?
That's
Harry
unlucky.
Potter and the... Wait, okay, wait, hold, no, I'll just...
What are you trying to figure out?
The name of the fanfic... Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality?
Oh, I have
What
heard
is
of that.
that?
It just came up, because it's like if the Harry Potter was someone that was like he was an extremely logical kid, all science and all
Whoa.
that, and there's just a really fun chapter of, all right, so what is the Sorting Hat, and what does that actually mean for it to be able to tell that about you? So it goes into like a mind space where he's sort of just like talking to himself and figuring out who he is and that stuff, and it was like you should go to Hufflepuff, but you don't want to.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys, accompanied by Alex, wander forth. He leads you back to Storm's Hollow. Again, this small community. It's a small hamlet. Of like kind of like squat stone houses. You see that there are on the roofs like rain catchers that kind of fuel like simple machines, almost like water mills basically. That catch the rain that pours down from above. Yeah, it begins raining pretty much as soon as you get within sort of the bounds of the city. You guys are all soaking wet and a little bit miserable. Lightning still sparking around you. Thunder crashing overhead. Alex, almost in a surprising way, does roll his sleeves back down and then puts his hood back up to sort of like fit in again. And he goes, remember, nobody likes me here on account of like I worship a different goddess and stuff, so I can't really open certain doors for you, if you know what I mean, but
you can show us where they are.
I sure can. And you see he leads you to a small little cottage, a little bit on the inside of town. You see it's a little bit bigger than the other houses, almost like Alex is a bit more well off than some of these other people, like living on the outskirts. He knocks on the door and you see it opens and his mother kind of like appears in the door frame. And he goes, Alexandrite, where have you been? And he goes, sorry, Ma, I brought some guests. I just had a couple questions to ask you. He goes, questions to ask me? I have a question to ask you. Where, when your brother is preparing for his big day tomorrow, why are you not there with him, spending his last 8 moments together? And he goes, sorry, Ma, like, I know, apologize. And you see his mother looks at you guys and goes, well, who are you then?
What? I'm Galid Abate. This is. They can introduce themselves. There's quite a few people.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for now, Polyphemus and Chalcedony are kind of like hanging back because they're a bit more conspicuous. This shining electric knight and this big ass cyclops.
But
I think
Boror's
they're
still there, right?
Boror is indigenous to this land. They're
Good.
native to this land, so you actually see a couple smaller Borors kind of running around.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
Boror like runs around with them, like sniffs their butts or whatever dogs do, Um, you know how dogs do.
Yeah.
And you see, she says, "I'm very sorry if my son has caught, dragged you into any foolishness. He always seems to be in that way. I pray to Priscilla every day for him to change his ways, and yet, nothing seems to happen. But perhaps with the sacrifice tomorrow, everything will be all right. I think this will be the one. Topaz is very devout. I'll have, says his prayers every day, and I am sure that with that offering, the goddess will, speak to us once more." And you see, Alex goes, "About that, mother. I actually wanted to learn more about the goddess, and I wish to speak with Elder Siobhan about it." She goes, "Oh, really? And perhaps my prayers have been answered. Yes, well, I actually spoke to her earlier today. She's at the main temple right now." And he goes, "Oh, great. That's wonderful. Thank you. I'll go right away." And you see the mom says, "Oh, but sort of as a warning, just so you know, uh, she passed the message on to me to pass on to other people, and traveling through the hamlet like wildfire. We're supposed to be on the lookout for somebody she calls the false prophet." Have you seen any, individuals sort of like prophety? There's supposed to be some person who like is claiming that they truly speak for Priscilla, but they're really, an agent of lies and deceit.
What?
The anti-storm.
Huh?
Oh.
I don't know anyone like that.
Crazy. I'll keep an eye out.
Mhm.
Okay, that's very
But
good.
why should we be worried about this person?
Well, apparently, the elder has uncovered some sort of ancient prophecy in the text that no one else is allowed to read. That
Just
one
now?
day, yeah, just this earlier, maybe like a couple hours ago,
Oh
it was a
my
big
god.
deal.
Wow.
She was like, "Hey, so there was this prophecy all along that there would, one day come a stranger that would claim to speak for Priscilla, but would actually be spreading, lies and false gospel, and that they would try and convince everybody to do the wrong things, and it would be very bad for the community if we
Like
listen
sacrifice.
to her at all." Yeah, they said it would be really bad, really awful.
I think she read that section then, just in time.
Yeah, I mean, the elder is incredibly wise, and her timing is quite impeccable.
Yeah.
Some would say so good that only the gods must have helped her.
Oh, of course. Of all of us, she is the closest person to Priscilla, for sure.
I
Yeah.
believe that.
I think it's just because she's so old. She's this old, ancient, decrepit, creaky, rusting,
Oh,
decaying
okay.
shell of a woman. And I think that
Is
oldness is, helps her be closer to the gods,
is that
She's one step
is
closer to
there
their domain anyway.
is there a good reason why she's never had the glorious purpose of being sacrificed?
Well, they say, well, as it was passed down to us, through the sacred scripts that we're not allowed to read, that King Wungo so generously was able to scrounge up for us, or retrieve from us from the material
King
plane.
Guango.
Yes, all hail King Wungo, of course. Well, apparently, how it turns out to be is that the more sort of like vigor and life and strength a person's body has, the better they are to be a sacrifice.
Oh, that makes sense.
So
More
typically, only
active people, yeah.
yes, devoutness is one of the conditions. and the other one is sort of like life force.
That makes sense.
And Elder Siobhan is very, very old.
Yeah. All right.
I saw her cough once at a church. Dust came out.
All right, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's more impressive. That feels like if someone's that old, that they've got to have actually a fair amount of life force.
Some might think that, but she barely moves. The reason why she doesn't come out very often is because she just doesn't have the strength to do so.
Oh,
She only really comes out after sort of do the sort of cleanup after the sacrifices. It's one of her sacred duties to sort of she gets locked alone in the church and she cleans up the corpses and whatnot, all the gruesome things that nobody else wants to do. And we all tell her, Elder, you're too frail to be able to do this, dragging bodies around. And she goes, the gods only gave me so much strength, but they gave it to me for this purpose. So she rations out her strength and only comes out after rituals.
What a devout woman.
She is a gem of a woman.
Well, I think we should all learn a little bit more from her, and I'm excited to meet her.
Well, you'll be, lucky to catch her. I'm sure, she's doing something to prepare the next ritual, since today's ritual was interrupted somehow, apparently by the false prophet. I wasn't there, but, they're saying that the false prophet came in and used trickery to halt the sacrifice.
Oh, that conniving false prophet.
I know. It could only have been accomplished by people of considerable, person of considerable malice and genius.
To stop a sacrifice.
Yeah. I mean, can you believe it? The
in
gall
this
of
day
some
and
people.
age?
Right?
Located in this cloud?
Exactly.
Alright, yeah, well thank you so much for everything. And I gotta say, on the same veracity of the comments of that false prophet, you are a great mother. Truly one of a kind.
Thank you very much. You tell Alexandrite that.
You know what? Two of a kind. You remind me of mine.
Oh. She pinches your cheek.
Alright, well, I'll be going now.
Yeah. You guys head out. You see Alexander Drite, kind of fists clenched, walks out of there with you, clearly extremely frustrated. Chocolate. And you see, you guys walk by, and along the way, you guys pass by the same little thoroughfare that Ruby, you passed by initially when you first arrived in Storm's Hollow, and you see the statue again. You only briefly got a look at it before. You kind of just I think the first time around, you noted the iconography. You're like, oh, statues are in the way that when you're making a statue of a god or a goddess, faces differ, right? Because it's just a mortal's interpretation of that goddess, right? It's an imperfect thing. And so, it didn't look like statues you'd seen before, but you were like, hey, here's the swirling clouds, here's the crackle of lightning, it's a woman, looking very divine. This is, a statue of Priscilla. It couldn't really be anything else. And it is, in a way, but then you see the plaque underneath, and then you see the fucked up spelling. And the it's a very ancient statue, some moss has grown in some of the letters, a bit faded, a bit chipped and cracked. It's been worn down by the constant rain. But you notice that the shape of the nose is a little bit weird. There's maybe on closer inspection, some warts on the face of the statue that typically aren't included in the depictions of goddesses. And now that you see it for what it is, you're like, hey, this statue is fucking bullshit. And kind of that clicks into place. You guys
kind of
pass
look
by.
like some of the members of the Unseelie Court, like how they have different like physicality than other members?
A little bit. I mean, it certainly is like you would describe it as looking. It's the oldest you've ever seen Priscilla depicted. There's like wrinkles there.
Hey, Ruby?
Yeah.
Have you seen Priscilla before? Yourself?
Yes.
Would you say that she looks like this to any degree?
Well, at first I thought it was just creative, like, license, but
Maybe it's her off
there's
years.
I think there's some weird details. She looks older.
I usually don't see any goddesses depicted with warts. That's new.
So, can I ask Alex that?
Yeah, do you want to just
Like-
ask, like, what do you want to ask him specifically? Like, is this
Oh, is
normal?
that
Is she always
normal?
depicted this way?
Yeah, is that normal for her to have warts and wrinkles?
Well, yeah. It's pretty much always been depicted that way. They say that the warts themselves were given to her as part of a pact with King Wongo. And you realize that these warts are very similar to the frog, like toad-like lumps and warts that King Wongo had. It's almost like this woman had like. So the details are a bit obscured now by weathering from the elements, but like putting those pieces together in your own observations, it almost looks as if she had some toad skin, like some of Wongo's skin, grafted onto her face.
Did
The weird looking
question.
nose, it's a bit like flat. It's a bit like a bit flatter and a bit more slitted, kind of like a frog's nose, a little bit, if you will. Have the kind of slit.
Did the when I went with my father to the mask tent and there was that hag that talked to us, did she have any such features as these?
I will say not to the same degree, but yes.
She was also working with King Wongo, right? Because
Yeah.
She was.
I thought she was just a witch.
No.
Like, that's-
She was a hag.
So,
hags,
Anyone can
witches.
give me a history check or maybe Arcana check on hag. What do you know about hags?
Oh, I totally know
What
a
were
lot.
the options?
History or Arcana?
Yeah. Alok read a lot about the Feywild. No, he didn't.
Wow.
He skipped the parts
Okay,
of
that's
hags.
a high.
They were
That's a
scary.
That's
Yeah.
a dirty 20 from Ruby. Ruby, I want to say maybe you heard some stories about hags as like a little like campfire story when you were younger, like a little scary story that kids would like tell. Hags are typically very mischievous and evil magic users. You know that typically they are either almost always are found alone or in a group of 3 called a coven. It is rare for many, many more hags to sort of like gather together. And it is very rare for hags to submit to an authority higher than themselves. They're sort of like selfish. They either go it solo or they specifically go in groups of 3 because there's always one person to balance out the other 2, sort of a thing. And they kind of act as one when they are in a coven. For hags to kind of like gather under King Wongo's banner is highly irregular indeed.
he's not a hag.
He's not a hag. He is something else entirely. He's an emperor among frogs. But what you can tell about this, using that Arcana check, that dirty 20, you for sure have the distinct, like, not realization that the statue before you is depicting a hat.
Also, is it old? Like, does it seem like as old as they are proclaiming it is, or does it seem?
The statue, or
Yeah, the
yeah,
statue.
the statue looks old. In the sense that you see, there's actually an attendant right there next to the statue, who you can ask any question to if you like. As I mentioned, there are people tending to sort of the candles and the offerings around the statue. If you want to know more.
Ruby, I still have mason tools. If you ever need them.
I don't really know what you're implying I would do with them, but
Just
thanks.
letting you know. Into pickaxe, but it's a nice one. It has the adjective nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't want you to use that one, is what I'm saying.
Like kind or
No, it's nice.
like
Nice pickaxe.
Is it like
It's a nice pickaxe.
The pickaxe that just gives compliments, or
Is it the one you got from Palladium?
Yeah. No, I think it's all those things.
Okay.
Like, you feel a bit better with it. Like, it's not the best pickaxe. It's not magical,
nice.
but what? Yeah, it's nice.
Okay. How long have you had that?
It's a nice one. Years.
Okay, and have we used it?
I think I used it once when I initially got it, and I was
Okay.
like, this is a nice pickaxe.
That's pretty nice, yeah.
And then I put it away.
Okay.
That's great.
Use my mason tools. They haven't gone use.
I also have mason tools. Just FYI, we can
use mine.
Can you like carve like a mustache?
I don't think we should do that.
Well, I don't think so either. But he wants to use
Should
the tools,
you?
So.
Should you be out and about? Like, you were here, and you're the prophet.
I wouldn't say that word either.
Can I grab? That's true.
Yeah, you know what?
Is there a place we can buy, like, is there a merch place where we can buy robes or something?
You know what? Hell yeah. Okay. Alex takes you to like the Cloudy Cloaks, which is where they sell all the robes and stuff that everybody wears. And you see he goes, yeah, I suppose it would be better for everyone to fit in. And you guys pay some, like 1 gold each or something, okay?
Whoa!
I already have Shamat's robes. You're not just getting my money like that. I already have clothing.
Okay, give me a persuasion check.
I don't need clothing. Well, I don't need that. I'm gonna buy one.
Okay, give me a persuasion check to try and haggle.
I'm not haggling.
Wait, can I get something new then? What would be something new and good that they'd have?
What should we call this?
Persuasion. Oh, I get, or just like,
yeah, I don't know.
Cloudy robes, robes, I guess.
I like that.
The robes look like they have the color of Darkstorm.
Oh, I know. Can I make a persuasion check to get one for a Boror? Like something that I could just put on Boror?
Hell yeah. They definitely have those kinds of sizes. They're like, well, it's gonna cost you a little bit more, but yeah, we can make one.
Look how big it's cute he is.
Yeah, oh my god, is he friendly? Can I pet him?
It's cheaper.
Oh, okay. Well, listen. Thanks for letting me pet your dog. We'll do 5 silver.
All right. This was worth it.
Hell yeah. Okay, you guys get all cloaked up. and you move over to the temple. And you see you walk in,
Wait.
and yeah.
Sorry, I thought we were gonna go back to the statue place. Are we going to the temple now?
Oh, you can go back to the statue place for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this was just like a side
Okay.
thing.
Alright, yes. Now that I'm cloaked up, I wanted to ask the attendant.
Mm-hmm.
You there?
Oh,
Does he have a name
hello.
tag? Or do they
Yeah.
have a name tag?
Yeah. Their name is Opal.
Makes sense.
Actually, they wouldn't
Hey,
have a
Opal.
Gemhaven name. Their name is Dominic.
They look like a
Yo,
Dominic.
Dominic.
They would not have a Gemhaven
Greetings.
name. Oh, hello.
Dominic, can I ask a question about the statue?
Yeah, I don't recognize your voice. Are you a new convent or something?
We're visiting.
Oh,
Visiting.
that's cool. Yeah, it's cool that like you. It's real cool that you adopted like the customs of the place. That's like really considerate. Like that's awesome.
We try. Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, that's very
Some
cool.
of us are doing better than others.
Even your dog. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Over.
I forget my question. Oh no, the question was, do you know the artist who, or the sculptor who made this?
Oh, well, they died a long time ago. I mean, this thing has been here for like centuries. I mean, I'm the tour guide, so I should know the facts. This thing has been here for hundreds of years. It was erected sort of after the Great Calamity.
That's the Great Calamity. Is that when the first people came to the Feywild, or?
Oh, no. That's the Great Migration. The Great Calamity is when all of our sacred texts in the old statue of Priscilla were destroyed. There was like a big fire in the archives that burned up all of our sacred texts. And, the statue was crushed, during an earthquake. And so everything kind of had to be rebuilt.
Wow.
It was really, honestly, like we owe King Wungo everything because like King Wungo was the one who was able to retrieve like new copies of the sacred texts from the material plane. And he did that as a favor for us. You know what I mean? Like, that's why King Wungo is like so fucking rad. Like, praise be his name. You know what I mean?
Praise.
That's why.
Praise
Yeah.
be.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That's why we're Wungo warriors. You know what I mean?
Interesting. So when he brought back those texts,
Mm-hmm.
there was obviously everyone there remembered the old texts, and then the new texts were the same.
Well, there was some sort of like debates about that. I think there was like some like weird like split or something. Like some people were like, I don't know, there was like some conflict about like, oh, the old texts were better or whatever. And then King Wung was like, guys, chillax. These are the new edition. You know what I mean? Like, texts get updated, Like, there's the original Priscilla Bible, and then there's the King Wungo version.
Oh, you got the past Bible hype!
Okay, and then none of the old ones survived. Like,
None of the old ones survived, unfortunately. That's why it was such a great calamity. Like, if some of them survived, it would have been like the kind of bad calamity, or like the whatever calamity. This is the great calamity because like all of our sacred texts, and then King Wungo also was able to repair the statue exactly how as it was apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a mason.
Yeah.
Or
he's a mason. Amazing.
I have those too.
I like that. I like that. You're funny.
You need a raise, Dominic.
And you see Chastity goes, a raise? Did someone say a raise? Who's getting a raise? Someone's getting a raise before me.
Impossible.
Dominic's just like,
Nope,
well, dude. maybe like tone down your energy and like you'll get one, you know? Things just happen. He goes, with all your questions, like, did I answer that to like your satisfaction?
And then was the elder
Siobhan?
Siobhan, she was around for all this as well?
Oh yeah, she's like the only person who was alive from back then. It's like kind of crazy that like she's still alive because she's just like a human from Ela. Like she was there since the Great Migration. She tells stories about it sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I mean most of what we know from like our ancestors, like our motherland or whatever, is like stories like from our parents, but a lot of it is like, you know, stuff that we hear from her. And you know, she tells us about how like, you know, to this day, like there's lots of like Priscilla worshippers that are being persecuted over there, and how like you know, like it's still bad over there, so that's why we can never go back. Which is why like even though King Wengo outlawed returning to the material plane, it's like why would we even want to go there? Because like, you know what I mean? Like we'd just be like hunted and stuff.
How does she know that they're still persecuted to this day? If they are.
Well, you know, some say that like because she's so close to the goddess, like she sees stuff in the clouds. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I don't know if you heard, but like, um, uh, she also has access to these like sacred texts that sometimes have prophecies in them. And like one of the prophecies was like, hey, like, and in the 100 years, like we'll still be hunted. So it's like, and therefore thou shalt stay in the fucking Feywild where it's dope. You know what I mean? And we're all pretty much on board with that. No, it's that's what she said.
Oh.
No, because she said that beat for beat. She said that bar for bar.
Okay, the quotes are missing on.
It's in the holy text, the updated
verbatim, verbatim. That's why I think, you know, I think that's what the schism was really about. Is like the New Testaments, like the new versions of the Bible, were like a bit more free in their use of modern language, and the old ones were very like super like old timey and archaic. But like the new versions were able to just say like, hey, storms are sick as fuck, and you know that's in there, and that's the first commandment.
Radical.
Sorry.
Did anyone?
Climate is like different here, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes the sparks travel up your nose and they break a blood vessel, and that kind of sucks. You get a nosebleed.
Elevation.
I mean, it's part of that. Also, I feel like you think that we're in a literal cloud. No, it's just like the clouds are really low.
So we're not like
high.
In the cloud.
We're not high up. We're not high up. The clouds are down.
Doesn't that mean it's fog, not clouds? Is that kind of how that works?
Yeah, a little bit, but like the density, you know what I mean?
Oh,
density.
true.
The visibility is kind of low here, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like close to the center. I don't know. I'm still doing this voice, but like once you're in it, it's hard to stop.
This you saying? Who's saying this right now?
No, this is me, the DM, saying this.
I see.
Because I feel like Thailand had referred to this as the city in the cloud, and I'm like, no, it's like on the land, but like the clouds are
That's
down.
In the clouds. Yeah.
What is the exact elevation above sea level?
20 feet above sea level.
That's high.
Is it?
No.
I don't know.
I'm like,
not at all. Hey,
no,
Suli.
those are like thousands, right?
Suli.
Tens of thousands.
What?
Do you have like a magic spell that can like affect things from a distance?
When you say affect, you mean
like move things, press buttons?
Well, I
something
guess it
a
depends
mage
on
would
what you
find
want
handy.
me to try.
Give it a try.
Are you suggesting perhaps a mage hand?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll reach out and I'll sort of wiggle my hand around, concentrate pretty hard.
All right. So
anything's
now,
happening.
Wait, no. All right, so I take out my my immovable rod. Can you pick it up?
Okay, yeah.
Now make it go high
Okay.
and click the button.
Okay.
Cool, huh?
Whoa. I hang off of it like a monkey bar.
To be clear, is this with
Cool.
your actual hand or do you have mage hand?
I do not have mage hands, so this is with my real hand.
Okay. I was unsure.
Yeah, no. I had thought that I took it, but guess not. It's not on my sheet.
Well, still cool. It's just now
I
there.
still don't know what classes you are. I forgot.
No.
All right.
Well, so what do you want to do with it? Do you have an idea, Master Planner?
Oh no.
Oh, your name's Planner? What's up, Master Planner? I'm Dominic. Why do they call
I'm-
you Master?
Well, long story.
Are you like
but
nobility or something?
I found them in a sewer grate after they were hit by radioactive
Whoa.
goo.
In the grate. That's crazy.
Yes, and I've raised them.
Wow. That's wild. I guess everyone here is pretty young. And I can't tell like how old humans are supposed to be.
Well, I mean,
Because-
that one human's really old, Siobhan.
That one
So,
human is really old, so like
yeah,
totally get it.
So I'm
I
a
look
bit
around and only one of us looks human. And it's Gallet.
Yeah, I can't really tell how old this guy is. Could be any age, to be honest with you.
Honestly, it's hard to tell. You know, they say elves are hard to tell with age, but I say it's humans.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Raising like how many of you are there? 1, 2, 3. Chalcedony. Polyphemus. I think it's hiding behind like a house or something. Because he's too conspicuous. There's like a lot. Well, you raised 5 kids. That's crazy.
Yeah. I am the master planner. I have all their colleges already picked out.
Wow, hey man. That's awesome.
And you know what? I'll let you in
I
on a
wanna go to
secret.
Inkflow.
By the end of whatever I'm doing, I will use these mason tools. These are part of the plan.
What plan?
A plan.
Oh, there's a plan with those mason tools?
He
Yes.
just likes to make plans.
Hey, just make sure that you keep those things like far away from the statue. It's sort of like a holy relic, and those
Uh-huh.
things seem designed to like fuck up stone and stuff.
Oh, really? That's what mason tools do?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well, thank you, Dominic.
Hey,
You're a great guy.
hey, it's what I'm here for. That's why they give me those
Oh.
raises.
This
For
is
sure,
this
for
is
sure.
why he's sending us to college, because he didn't get to go. So
Oh wow, you made that sacrifice for
Yeah.
a single mom who works 3 jobs.
Oh, you won't believe I had kids
Yeah.
before them. All right, let's go.
Okay, I was like,
So
how long is this bit
Yeah.
gonna go?
So, Suli,
Let's
I
stretch
haven't
this
been
one
to
out longer.
school. Obviously.
She has a school backpack too.
neither have I. Technically.
Oh well, I guess. Well, but I technically have.
Oh,
That's
what's wrong
true.
with
You did a couple days.
Yeah, I just a couple. They count. And
Oh, you
and
mean-
one of the most
oh, I
prestigious
see.
schools in the world.
Huh?
I was there for a bit.
I don't know. They seem kind of focused on the wrong things. But
And your
I'm
headmistress was not very good.
I'm in or was in a relationship with someone that probably passed college.
So
Maybe.
you think that like
How does that work with time travel?
like you like osmosis the skills?
Probably.
Yeah, you just get that.
I'm putting that on my CV. Let me be
Okay,
clear.
dating someone with qualifications. So,
Yes,
I think she's
yes.
like,
okay.
I think she's like roughly your age now.
We weren't the same age before? What is my age? I'll
What
never
is your
know.
age?
What
I
is
don't-
your age?
How did
I-
our ages change?
I don't
What
know.
happened? I might have missed something. Why are our ages changing?
No.
Like, are you like, I always pictured Gal as like 19, 20.
Oh yeah, no, somewhere around there, but like in character, there's no way he'd actually know.
Okay, yeah. Like in my head, Gallet was around like
It's
19, 20.
probably like early 20s at this point, but like
Ye-
no clue on Gallet's end. He looks young.
Yeah. I think Ebony at the time would have been like a second year in college, so like around 19-ish.
And it's
So you
been
guys
a
like a
whole
year
year.
apart or so. Yeah.
Oh,
but
she's
now,
gonna be so cool with scars and
but
everything
now
when we
like
meet up again.
at least a year and a half has passed.
Or
So
she's
she's
gonna
more
be
like
absolutely
22.
pissed at you for ghosting her for a year after howling at the moon one time.
I guess that wasn't the strongest of
the one that got away.
the one that got away.
No.
Let's not think about that. To church. Let's
To
not think of
church.
sinful things. Let's beat up an
Okay.
old lady.
So you guys are approaching the church. Is there anything you guys are doing before you walk into this church?
Do we have a plan?
That
Planner?
sounds like we should. But
When you're going into the place where you think you're
yeah.
gonna beat somebody up, who definitely has some ways of fighting back if they
Do
are
we have
who you think
like
they are.
something we can interact with to make a save state really quick? Or
Yeah, there's like a floating book.
perfect.
Oh
There's a
my
floating book.
Yeah.
And you write down your journey and you can refer back to that page.
Also, did we talk about the fact that she's like taking the bodies?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
she's
no,
not
that's
involved.
I assume that's kind of part of the process
Oh, that was the first
of
thing that threw me
whatever
with the
they're getting
hag.
from it.
I'm wondering
Does
if they eat the
that
body.
give
I don't know if
anyone-
hags do that.
No, I have no idea what that could mean.
Maybe it's like
She's
maybe
probably
they're
like
taking them to
sucking
like
out
an
their
undead
life
body.
energy or something.
Yeah, it could be that. But
I
she
could
takes
see
them after
that.
they die, though, right?
But it's something because they needed to be healthy, right? They needed to be like the most virile people in the land. So like,
I don't like that
To be
word.
fair, she did only come out
Right.
after the sacrifice, which probably means that she's weak until the sacrifice. Maybe.
Maybe.
Or-
Question. For anyone that knows about hags, are they immune to being charmed? I mean, my dashing good looks aside, I mean magically.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on the hag
fae
too.
are
you know?
usually. I mean, like, I don't know about other kinds of fae, but like for elves and the ancestors of elves, like we're resistant to charms. So I can only assume other fae would be somehow.
She's human.
Yeah.
Or
I think
fae.
that
Who knows?
But I think hags
Ruby,
are fae.
you hit a natural a dirty 20 earlier about like thinking about hags. You know that hags are immune to being charmed.
Oh crap. Well, that's great. I guess maybe we should get our story straight of what we're doing when we get there. I was sort of just expecting Ruby to do stuff.
I mean, I can, but that hasn't always worked out.
True.
Sometimes it
Learn-
has.
Okay, I guess we want to learn more. I mean, we just need information from her. Like, is there any way like
Well, she
trickery
knows
helps
me.
us?
She might recognize me.
Well, did you
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
to her
so-
or did you talk to someone else?
I thought I talked to her
I think you talked to
when
someone
I was
else.
saving the kid.
I think, well, if it
Oh,
was
really?
her, I don't think she would have let you talk her out of doing it.
She wouldn't have popped up yet, right? Because the sacrifice
And
didn't
that
happen.
happened. Yeah, and that too. Like, I think it was probably just someone else
Okay.
that she has conduct the sacrifices for her until like it's done, and then she comes out.
I want to see if
Okay.
we can find if she's using any equipment after this sacrifice. Like, I'd like to understand a bit more of the process of sacrifice.
So one part of me thinks that like as a powerful hag, assumedly powerful, she would be able to see what's going on. Maybe she'd have like some scrying stuff. But the fact that when they said they were looking for the false prophet, they didn't mention specifically a dwarf, which I feel like they would be very specific about in the Feywild here, where there's no other dwarves. I don't think she knows what he looks like at all. So you probably.
question. Suli, do you have the other sending stone for Alok, or?
Oh, yeah, I do.
All right, Alok, I think you should not be visible.
I can do that.
Here, like, maybe you can follow her or go downstairs or whatever. Like,
Well,
we're looking for the big thing at the end of the day. It doesn't even matter much about her. It's the key. The key is what matters.
okay. You want me to go invisible?
Can you?
Well, not anymore today. I already did that earlier. But, I don't know if I could follow someone in a building without being magically invisible. But
You're absurdly good.
Yeah, when I can hide
don't know.
behind something. I mean, it's a little harder when it's
What if
walking down
the
what
flow
if
helps.
Poppy Blossom helped you? What if she came with you and passed without a trace?
I was wondering.
I could cast that on you, yes. I would rather not come with because everything you guys have been talking about is super scary, but, you know,
True.
I could cast a spell. I'm not much of a fighter.
Is there a chance that you can cast a spell invisibility? I don't remember.
Yes, I can indeed.
Okay.
Yes, it's usually forbidden because, you know, it's kind of a cheap thing to do in hide and go seek, you know,
Right,
but
right.
I can do it generally speaking.
That could help.
It's sort of
Also may
my
not.
my niche.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a little worrying because maybe sometimes powerful creatures can see through invisibility, but I'm sure fine.
What are the chances that we'll find another individual with true sight?
I also don't like the idea that we're like the plan here is potentially for me to follow this powerful hag somewhere, probably a lair alone.
Well, you can like ditch at any point, but like just information and key.
So long as I avoid danger, which sometimes is not. Yeah, you know,
You'll be
maybe I can just
fine.
steal the key. That's true. If I'm able to just get that, and then we just
No, like
that could be cool.
look, I'm gonna be honest. With my master planning skills, I have realized we don't really use your ability of not being seen enough at all.
I don't do a lot of the thieving stuff. But
This is not thieving. This is rescuing.
well, it's I'm not. In this case, I'm not saying that as a moral thing, but more as that's not something I am particularly focused on in my practices.
You have to channel Draga for this. I'm gonna need you to channel
Probably.
some Draga.
Yeah.
So just imagine you're your teacher now.
Okay.
All right. You haven't seemed to have changed much, but all right.
Well,
Your acting skills need some work.
Yeah, she's kind of hard to copy.
Yeah,
Very
one of a
much not
kind.
like
Sure.
me.
I need to see you transform. I need to see, like, method.
And what is? Yeah, I have to believe it, even if no one will see it.
I'm Draka. Was that good? Did that come off as like?
Oh
Draka?
my god,
I feel like that's the best I've got. I think let's just do this. How long does invisibility last? Is it an hour? If I don't know anything.
I think an hour. There's one that's like a minute, and there's one that's like
I think that's
an
greater
hour.
invisibility.
And it's an hour, yes.
You know what? And here, put this in your pocket. Take this in your pocket, and I just put Fields in there.
Oh wow. Okay. I guess
just in case.
Fields can replace. Oh, Pixie Blossom.
Yeah, they give each other like dirty looks.
It's like my pocket.
Move
I'm
out.
the. It was like, hey, I'm the one that goes in the pocket. That's my thing. It was bad enough when Lula was around for like 10 seconds.
Oh wait, that does make me wonder. Suli.
Hmm?
So you have like your father's items, right? And things?
Yeah, most of them, I think.
He had a bat. Do you have the bat? Is he running around naked with the bat?
I think that would have been
that.
Suma's
No,
familiar.
Yes, and I
Yes.
believe canonically I left him in Yasar to be with the Yumbats.
That sounds familiar. We haven't seen
believe
Bella
it-
in a while.
Yeah, cause I had him go to be with his own kind.
Never mind that. But can you make a bat?
I don't think so, but I have a dragon. If that helps.
Oh
Probably
yeah.
not.
Okay.
It's not very subtle.
I have an elemental.
That's true. If
Oh,
we do
I
get in a
think
fight,
I might
you.
have an elemental too.
Oh.
There's this, and Suma had a
Water?
fire elemental
Fire.
gem.
Where did we get that?
Oh my god, you guys got multiple of these things? What the fuck is
All right,
happening?
guys.
You
Use
guys have
everything.
so much shit.
Why has he never used it once?
Saving it for a
I know.
rainy day.
Saving it for a rainy day?
Well, I
There's been
wouldn't-
so many rainy days.
I wouldn't save the fire one for a rainy day, but
Well, I guess that's fair.
Almost like it takes a whole action to use.
yeah, that's always the downside.
That's why I gave it to Ruby.
It's-
Yeah, I don't even remember where I got it, but I've had it for a long time.
Sounds familiar.
We should all just like get one for our element. Rock, like we got Earth. Wait. I mean, you're not really Earth, but you're earthy, I guess. I can get water, and what's the Earth, air, water.
Well,
Wait,
I think
fire.
before we used to kind of do sumo with fire.
Okay, so your hit,
But-
you have to be air.
Well, yeah, that's what we kind of used to do, but I don't know if, what Suli's thing is. I guess what it leans towards
Julie,
fire.
do you have like a motif?
You have fireball?
Suli, what are we putting in the background of your character art?
Yeah.
Like right now, like I'm picturing you. Like, what are we putting there?
It's just
You don't.
it's a
You don't come off as
gray-
fiery.
Yeah.
It's a gray blob with a question mark on it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got one.
The
of your
mystery
classes.
woman.
I'm very confident.
Gotcha.
One of your classes.
Ooh.
Hee
No, she's
Crazy
never
in
been to
there.
school. She's taken no classes.
I can like
point.
hear Ryan cooking.
Oh, I was thinking about it the first week after we played last time. Right? Not even the first week, like literally the day after. And I'm pretty sure I have a couple ideas that could work. And something's changed my mind today as well.
I'm gonna spoil it. It's barbarian artificer.
I was way
That is
off.
so
What?
I knew that
Ah.
barbarian was
Ah.
mixed in somewhere.
That one I knew. Yeah, that one was obvious. Yeah,
That one was there.
Damn.
And I
No,
opened
there's
the
one
doors
obvious
after all this.
Yeah.
You just walk in.
Yoo-hoo.
Well,
I just want to move the conversation forward.
Hopefully I'm invisible already then, and I'll stealth.
Okay. Alok, invisibility cast on you. So, wait, is pass without trace concentration? I'm
I
assuming
believe
it is.
so.
Nope.
You can't have both. It's
No,
not.
wait, is it not? I thought it wasn't. I thought it was insane like that.
But either way,
No, it is concentration.
I'd also
it
only
is
get if she stayed with me, so if she's not staying with me, then it doesn't matter.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's like an area.
Yeah, it
around
has to
them.
be close to you. If
Oh,
if you-
radiates from you. I see that
Yeah.
now. Wait. Wow, I think I've rolled poorly on that before. I'm like flashing back. Anyway,
That's
to look at the other things. I'm like, oh, I thought you just all had it. Okay, that's wrong. Okay, interesting. Okay, so here's the setup. Okay, Ruby, Suli, and Gallet are just at the front doors. Alok is completely invisible and Giga Stealth. Polyphemus is there as well. Bullroar is there. Chalcedony is there. Okay. And you're just gonna throw open the doors.
you know, like, throw it open.
Oh, and then Alex is there too, right?
Alex is there too. I'm kind of thinking Alex. Okay. I think Alex, full disclosure, is like, hey, so if we're gonna go in for a fight, I don't have a ton of combat experience. I mean, I'll do my best.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I can
just
do a
kidding.
little bit of healing. I can do that.
Oh.
You were chopping
You don't
it
have
up pretty
to
well.
come.
I'm just saying, if I die in the Priscillan Church, I will find a way to haunt each and every one of you. And it'll be your fault, and I'll be very pissed about it.
It's mainly going to be an issue for Alok, actually, not us.
Nope. No, it's not.
All right, let's do this. You guys walk into the front door, and immediately as you walk in, the door shoom, slams shut behind you. And you hear a voice far end of the hall go, King Wango was right. They would just come if I waited. Welcome, all of you, to the Church of Me, Priscilla. And you see, almost as if that statue has come to life, a hag, a little old lady actually, kind of like rises up from one of the pews, kind of like with a little cane, and as she stands to her full height, her body shifts and transforms as like the glamours fade off of her, like melts away from her and like peels. Dust came out when she coughed right there, 100%. And as it does, like the illusion falls away, and you are standing before a fully formed hag who is also not very tall. Hags are kind of small creatures, to be honest with you. She's maybe like 5'1" max. But she has long, kind of like gray hair coming down all the way to her knees. She has that weird slitted frog nose and like the weird toad skin warts all over her face, and her eyes are just like glowing bright blue. And you see she kind of like begins floating up into the air, and you watch as like wind whips up around her, like wind and fog and crackling lightning. And you see from the pews, ribbit, as boom, boom, plopping up onto the pews, you see bullywugs. Quite a lot of them, in fact. A bunch of little bullywugs and before they kind of draw their little like swords and their little stabs, they're almost kind of cute if they weren't so like kind of like pustulant and like infected looking. They all do this, Wango warriors assemble. And I need everybody to roll initiative. I will save the tokens for. I have the map actually. You know what? We'll just.
Yeah.
It's time to put these
The
Wango
Wango
Warriors down.
Warriors.
Let's wipe that thing out of existence.
Also, I am so sure that you guys should not have the health that you guys have.
I think mine's accurate.
I think
I
mine's
don't
Did we
might
fight
be a
see
few
anything. I think
hundred higher.
I might not have vision on my token.
I mean, that is the health that was in my. I can see your health.
Is your token correct? This is my first time putting health on the Suli token. I just like want to make sure that's right.
I don't know. I can't see. I only see a black screen. I can't see anything.
Oh, really?
Go
Oh,
down?
do you not have?
Oh,
I haven't
I see.
given you vision yet. You have night vision. To what? 30 feet for elves? Something like
It's.
Did I not put a
I
light
actually I have superior dark vision, which
Actually, I'm a
is
drow.
Oh my god, my
60
bad.
feet of bright light for me. So.
Oh my god.
What
I'm
appear that you
sorry.
are actually incorrect, Mr. DM.
not to actually you, but
Have
Yeah.
you considered?
this is
Maybe get it right
the
next time.
correct HP as well.
Okay, great.
Have I been? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm still low health. You guys, Ruby should have health, but I'm low health because I didn't get the long rest that you guys got. But we short rested actually, so maybe I could like retroactively hit it.
We short rested.
Yeah, so
no,
maybe
no.
I use some hit die.
I
You for
was
sure
going.
you
I-
got a short rest, Alok, for sure.
I
You guys spent a lot of
definitely
time.
was going into this thinking that we were full health.
I forgot I was really missing health because I hadn't seen my token.
Yeah, the rest of you had gotten a long rest.
Okay.
These are incredible.
Did we not heal you at some point?
I've been short rested to do enough.
Yeah, you guys are full health because you guys got the long rest in the middle of the
Right.
battle with the with the seasonal knights, but Alok did not because he wasn't in the lamp. And yeah, go ahead and let me pull up the turn order. Clear this out. Go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll pick back up with this combat. Oh my god, Suli's first initiative roll.
Let's go.
I would like everyone to know that my AC is 11, by the way.
Interesting. That's also
Wait, 11?
11.
Oh, you have unarmored defense though. Shouldn't it be higher?
Ah,
do not
now
have
we
that.
know. Okay.
You have-
Right,
you have
because
your-
because I'm a barbarian, right?
Because you're a barbarian artificer. You should have
Yeah.
an
That's
armor.
right.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so sorry, I forgot.
You
In
can
that
open
case,
the door?
it's 20.
That's always
You
been
can
a
open the
thing.
door? I can
Yeah.
open the door.
That's always been a
Yeah.
thing, man. Have we
No,
never,
this is new for me.
have we never had that on one of our maps? On this?
I've
I guess
never
I
known
don't
you could do
always
that.
put doors. I guess. I guess
This
you
has
guys have
never
been
come
in a
up
lot of caves. In a lot of like, I put you guys in fights in weird places. I think you're not usually fighting in a building.
That might be true.
This
Yeah.
is so.
Sometimes
This
they
is
have
the
like
But was
coolest.
there
weird
no-
teleportation dungeons, like
There is, yeah, the teleportation dungeon. The
True.
labyrinth was a teleportation dungeon,
Yeah.
kind of.
Was there not a door in the
um,
last fight that we had against
the knights? The knights was in a
No,
garden.
the one before that. The boss fight. I can't remember her name. The
Yeska?
Dell
No, that was in the
Yeska.
middle of the labyrinth. So you guys were fighting
The
over.
Yeah,
cabin
but there
did
was a
not have
house.
this.
There was a
The
house.
cabin
that-
did not have this.
Oh, I guess it didn't have.
Oh.
I guess I
not
didn't
that.
bother. Yeah, because I was like, they're not gonna fight in this little house. It's kind of like,
And then they fought within the house for a little bit.
and then that did happen. Yeah, I guess it has been a while.
Fair enough.
I love
let's
the art
see.
for the Wungo warriors. They have little hats.
They do
So
have
good.
little hats.
Pretty great.
Oh my god, some of these.
Hmm.
I put you in like a library fight. I didn't even remember
Again?
doing that.
Oh,
There was the bathhouse.
it's always books. There's nothing but
bathhouse.
books.
Didn't have a door.
I don't trust
There
them.
was the long hallway with the approaching wall that I think you guys completely sidestepped with Dimension Door or something like that.
Mhm.
That was funny. It was like a whole thing
Oh,
supposed to
yeah.
be.
11 AC. Does Thule wear
And I think
armor?
before, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, thanks for the lovely session, guys. This one felt a little bit loose, but kind of in a fun way.
Yeah, no, that's fun.
Hmm.
Lots more giggles than I remember. Well, not I remember, but like more than usual, I'd say.
Yeah.
More giggles.
Yeah, lightening
I'm
it up,
sorry.
you know.
Yeah, last
Before we
session.
get-
True. The previous session was very, there's a lot of emotional weight because there was the whole Suma scene and stuff like that. This one, I don't know why it was so much fun, but it kind of just was. I think we were just all in the.
Well, we know
goofy
we're all
mode.
about
Everyone
to
was
die,
being
so
funny.
gotta be happy now.
Nah, I'm not killing Suli on her first, real
three of us are
fight.
dying.
That's what you think.
All right.
It's just time for everybody
Oh,
else to
yeah,
play their
characters.
backup characters. Yeah.
Yay.
Good,
One of you's
good.
playing Alexandrite, cleric of Palea.
I'm sticking with
I wanna play
Chalcedony.
Polyphemus.
Was that
What
was
is
that
Chalcedony?
agonizing for Ruby?
So bad. I was like, this is like staring into like the worst mirror, and I'm just like,
I even gave him a gemstone name.
I know.
This was
But
always my
where-
plan, and it was part of the reasoning behind Gemhaven. Because I was like, oh, I want to like do this like Priscilla thing with this like fae fuckery with like believing in gods making them more powerful thing. And then I was like, oh, but how do I make this like foil more obvious and funny? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna give him a gemstone name. But I couldn't use Sapphire because you already used Sapphire as a fake name. And I think you also used
Right.
Emerald at one point.
It did, yeah. Man, if only I hadn't listened to that noise, we could have just skipped.
Should have just ignored it.
Way.
Yeah.
That would have gotten you to him somehow. I guess it would have
I
been
know.
weird. You probably would have run into his brother instead, Topaz.
Speaking
Would
of
have been
someone
out
named
looking for
Dirt,
him.
like that's a good name, Dirt. Like if everyone's got like names
Dirt's a
with
pretty good name.
crystals, like just some dude named Dirt. I'm Dirt.
I love that actually.
But seriously, where is Chalcedony? I know we brought him.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I remembered that I forgot to make a token for him,
We
and then
Alright.
I forgot.
Look, I want to see where
forgot.
he go.
There was a bully. There was a Polyphemus, and I remembered Polyphemus and Boror. I forgot about Chalcedony, so that's my bad. But luckily,
And
I
Boror's
haven't-
just now wrong because he has a sick robe.
Yeah,
God.
I originally wasn't gonna have Alex be a combatant here. That's the same reason I didn't have a Poppy Blossom one. But I was like, you know what? Alex is gonna go in there, and you guys are gonna have to protect his level 1 cleric ass for as long as you can. And that's gonna be that.
If he dies, we get to keep his axe. Just throwing it
Oh,
out there.
like,
You shouldn't say such a thing.
okay.
It could be another elemental stone. Don't you want to complete the set?
We do have to complete the set. That's right.
Let's see.
Oh,
I'm gonna
so-
give you 3 more rolls to see what else you could have gotten.
Also, another parallel for me with this was the Elder. Like, remember how last time we talked about like Super Mario Brother universe, like who we'd be?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Elder is like that, the like blue Koopa thingy. You know what I'm talking about, Kamek?
Oh, Kamek?
Yeah. That's kind of a deep pull.
Right.
Yeah, I fuck
It's
with that.
her. It's
Yeah,
her.
agreed.
Ah.
Auror's Yoshi. Polyphemus. Who's Polyphemus?
That's the Cyclops.
Oh, like, who would they be in like this
Oh,
parallel?
Donkey Kong.
Oh, that's a good one.
Fair?
Donkey Kong.
Not Mario, but like Mario Kart. You know what I mean? In that realm. Let me see. Well, we don't have a Wario yet. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, it's the Alop. It's the Alop. It's the opposite of Alok.
Yeah, who's the Waluigi? Who's the Waylock?
Who is the opposite of Alok?
Drago?
I guess
No.
No, that's more like
I
a
guess
Jason.
Like, who's the flashiest and most like
Yeah, right. Maybe it would be.
extroverted
Okay.
person?
Who's the dude that popped out of the bush? What's his name? Duke, whatever. Kalen.
Aaron Kalen.
Kalen. Yeah. Maybe.
Hey,
No,
but
no,
Alec
no.
also
Nico.
came out of the bush.
Oh, yeah, Nico.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Nico's
100%.
Wa.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say that was like the most organic joke.
Yeah.
When you
love
came
it.
out of the bush.
Dude,
I
I
was
was so
like, this is
confused. I was
now
like, when you said that, I was
an
like, what the fuck did I
ancient
do to like
elven
hit on him?
courting tradition.
I was like, I didn't
That's
say anything
canon.
yet.
I thought that you knew what you were
No,
doing.
I didn't.
He said it's a casual too, and then I pop
Yeah.
out of the bushes.
Dude, the whole time I was thinking too, I was like, would I be hiding behind a tree or a bush? And I was like, he'd probably be in a bush because he wants to be able to see this while he's hiding. So that I didn't think anything of it other than that.
Just
Oh,
goes to
man.
show you stuff.
You got me good with that
Amazing.
one.
Amazing.
What would be
Yeah,
able to say? You know?
I know, right? Oh my god, I haven't thought about her in a while. There's so many characters at this point.
Yeah.
Just start killing them off so we'll remember
Yeah,
them.
well,
Yeah.
luckily they're all being killed off screen right now. Like after we're done with this, we're gonna get back dead.
Yeah, all dead.
Gone.
That's true.
Yeah. So
There's
trying to
only
find the
gonna
right
be, like, one
balance. Yeah, I feel like some people are probably going to be off screened, but then some people should deserve to die on camera. You know what I mean?
The boat people are
Yeah,
safe
yeah.
though, right? Like we have them in the bottle.
Yeah, I don't think you've released them yet.
No.
Well, let's not put it
Yeah.
that way. It's not like we're
No.
captured. No, like we're.
I will say the people that on the boat will not, have access to any like time skip training
Right.
arcs.
Damn.
Oh,
That is
that'd be
the one thing.
that'd be kind of horrifying to like we've been trapped in
kinda
that
brutal.
bottle for years.
Yeah, I mean to them it isn't.
True.
It passes like in like an instant. They just
Right,
come out
right.
at whatever time. But like, yeah, the other people who happen to be on the outside will have had like those years pass for them. It's a bit weird to think about, but
Simon's gonna be so grizzled and muscled. He'll be missing an eye.
Simon's gonna be fucking so cool.
Yeah.
So, that's what is.
He'll have like a gravelly smoker voice now.
No.
It's like post-apocalyptic Simon.
Shit got real. In this timeline, shit got real.
Without Suma, I had to fight on my own.
He smokes now.
Yeah, everyone smokes now. And come back.
Yeah. That'd be-
Even you, Tink?
Yeah.
It helps my joints.
to take a joint. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's so
There's a
true,
couple.
man. I'm about to say exactly that. I'm about to say exactly that. By the way, Liz,
I'm
I
glad
think I
we were
actually
able
figured out
to
your
play.
class, and I'm completely baffled. It is not the class I thought it was. I thought about the spell you casted earlier. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's only one class that casts it.
I know exactly the type of person you are, and I know exactly what this is. You're definitely all Constitution, like the Blood Hunter class. The one that,
You got
Okay.
me.
yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Don't I look like a blood hunter?
Yeah.
I'm kind of
Look at that art of
curious.
Truly. That's a Blood Hunter.
Ryan, what do you think she is?
Well, I don't want to say if it's true because then
Start
I
the
don't want to
bets.
ruin it for
Now
everyone
here, I'll
else. Can I
I'll
message
hide.
it? Maybe I'll message it to Liz.
Here, I'll turn off
And
my
then
camera.
you don't have to
so
tell
you can't
me.
see my reaction.
Or you can.
I mean, like, keep a straight face while you tell me.
I guess because I could be wrong. Well, okay, but the thing is, I know that it's a 50-50 between two classes. So, just because you cast the spell calm motions, which I only thought one class got it, but two does, or two gets it. I don't know, but
I
it's a
wanna
really
know
cool
what
class.
you
I don't
think.
want to. Well, unless it's like a custom class. Or
Okay,
something.
you don't have to. I was just curious. Wait, you can tell
I'll-
me. Tell me.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah.
know.
I'll
You should
message it to
message
you
me.
guys. Yeah, I'll message it. I don't know the second
I-
class because the deck
You're
says
actually
0.
just using a stat sheet of like some
Wait.
kind of other being. You're not actually even a player character.
Yeah, no, I'm
gonna
not.
The first one is what it was what I think your main class is. The second one is the wild guess for like the multi-class.
Okay, I'm psyched.
I'm gonna throw on the second one just because your deck says
Oh,
0. It's
yes.
not hard.
Sick.
Sully has
Oh,
not
dear,
fought
yes.
yet. Huh.
No, first time for everything. Yeah, I think probably when Alexandrite is like, I've never fought before, she's like, me neither.
I'm very confident on the
but
first class.
I'm not gonna tell you that.
I do have a question. This isn't to try to figure out anything about your class, but didn't in the big fight to get you away from the cabin place, didn't Sully cast at least one spell?
Yes.
And do you
I
have
changed
that
my
spell?
answer.
I
But
have.
it was like a manifestation of her like non-player character abilities.
There you go.
That was like she
Yeah,
could cast any spell she tried.
I will say that of the spells that I have cast as a non-player character, I have some of them, but not others. That's very vague.
I feel like I just nailed it with the second message. I think I corrected what I said because this makes a lot more sense with the story.
Teehee.
I could be wrong.
Interesting.
Ho.
Wrong.
Don't do that. Don't.
I
do
don't.
that.
I'm not seeing Berserker Barbarian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's because I'm actually a different kind of barbarian.
Wild magic, obviously. Come
Obviously,
on.
pretty well, no?
Yeah.
With the motif.
There you go. I fixed my guess.
Fixed it, yeah.
Yeah, plus more.
Yeah. Also,
Way to go.
goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Night,
Bye,
night.
Viv. Thanks for playing with us. Sorry for torturing Ruby.
For real. It's okay.
It's about time. It's about time she gets it.
Yeah,
You think?
you need the
I think
spotlight.
it's been a while since Playa.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Hell
While I
yeah.
have the three of you here, I think at
Oh.
least a couple of you were interested in this, but I was thinking still about doing a little Baldur's Gate roleplay.
No.
Oh my
Strem-
god. Okay.
Strem,
I've been thinking about that since
oh.
you said it because I want to
Yeah,
play Baldur's
and
Gate,
well-
but I need a reason to play it.
Patch 8 is out.
Mhm.
And you can play
so
Bladesinger,
I
yeah.
can finally do it. So I
This
was
one's gone, though. I gotta play Sully now.
no.
You gotta play.
This
They
is-
don't have
Switch
artists in the
halfway
game
through.
yet.
I miss him, so now I have to insert him into a different thing.
When we get to Act 3, you have to switch over to Sully.
What was it like?
Take your character.
Like playing Sully the full session. Were there moments where you're like, "Oh, let me just. Oh wait, I don't have a plus whatever to Arcana anymore."
It was less that and more things that Suma would know that Suli wouldn't know. That I was like,
True.
she would put the
That's
pieces
hard.
together about this particular thing, X thing, if if she had this piece of information, but I was like, she wouldn't know that at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There was a moment in there that like didn't catch me off guard per se, but made me like have to remember that you're playing a different character, which is like when you cast calm emotions, all of that was like, oh, that's not even like obviously Suma wouldn't even do that, but and
Right.
that's also just a difference. So like that was just like a thing over my head, like, oh, different person.
yeah.
I don't know if you could tell. There were moments where somebody addressed Suli, and I instinctively was gonna respond because I've been playing her as an NPC for like
That's
several
funny.
sessions in a row,
Oh.
right?
Mm.
And I was like, "That's not me. That's not
Yeah, that's
me."
gotta throw you off.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
That's great.
It's exciting. She has a very different vibe, I'm finding.
Mhm.
Like there are things that I'm like, oh, that's kind of crazy. Like
I think the
feel
shenanigans
like,
are gonna get worse with Suli. I
Mhm.
think she
No, no. She
enables
made
it
that
a
promise to
lot
Ayla,
more.
but I actually think that it's not
Yeah.
gonna
No,
be very
I was
good.
thinking about that after the last session. I was like, we made that promise, but I know for sure that's not gonna stick. I was
Yeah.
like, it's
Technically,
over.
I only promised 1/4 of the time that I would do Ayla.
I mean, Suma also
So
wasn't all the time either. Suma was also kind of 50-50.
no.
Yeah.
He was kind of an enabler, just like in a
Yeah.
more subdued way, I think.
I think he was more of just like confident. He was like, yeah, this crazy thing, I'll make it work with my wizard shit.
Yeah, I got a spell somewhere in here.
Yeah.
I got
That'll
you.
make this reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
But I was thinking that I would maybe do the game on like what I was thinking is, and I don't know if because I think you guys were the ones who are interested in it, but like I was thinking maybe I would do it on Wednesdays, like when on our off weeks when we're not playing, so
Smart.
that like whoever is available can just like jump in. So like if we have
That's
a
awesome.
sick day or something, it's like something for us to do that's like
Right.
Fun.
not
That'd be cute. I have to
so that
figure
we
out
have
what.
like something to do, but
That's
you know.
really smart.
Oh yeah, you're not a character player.
Yeah, what am I gonna play?
Oh
You
my
would
god.
have to
Well,
decide which
Simon.
NPC you would be. That's true.
Oh my god.
I
Okay,
wanna
I
Oh,
see-
no,
do.
that's two wizards.
I do
So
have a
many
problem
that.
a little bit with Baldur's Gate's like faces for like gnomes. I feel like they look so old.
I'm sure we can
They
I
get
wanna
one.
feel
are
like
all a little old.
right? They look kind of like middle aged, and I wish that were
Here's
not the case.
But
here's
being
my
small
problem.
is so cool in that game.
Here's my
True.
problem is that I've tried to make Suma in Baldur's Gate, and the man elf faces, they don't have one that doesn't look like a fucking Chad. There's a
True.
female face that is perfect, but I can't give my character top surgery, so I would have the perfect face, but I would have boobs.
We
I
just
So
need to
I'm
mod
like,
it. We just
I
need to
don't
mod it.
know.
I don't know.
I mean,
you
if
guys.
are you married to like being an elf specifically? Because I think there's some half elf faces that work better.
True.
I should look at that actually, because it doesn't.
And you can still make their
mechanically, it doesn't
skin.
matter as much.
It doesn't matter too much, really,
Yeah.
between
I
them.
guess I should look at that.
I will
I
throw
think
in.
there's one half elf face that will work okay for Suma.
I
Recognition.
should look.
I with the most games I play, I'm very into modding, like getting mods online. And Baldur's Gate is very nice in that it's in game one. So if you guys are afraid to like figure out modding, it does it for you if you want to do that one.
Really?
So
Yeah.
we
But I
could
think we would all
find
have
a
to
one for
have the same mod.
right. We have to make sure we get the same ones. So
Yeah.
I mean,
probably
if you
not too
all play
many,
this-
so it's not hard.
Wait, if you all play the same characters, we'll have Warlock, Rogue, Wizard. I think I would want to play like, I guess, a Barbarian or a Fighter. Play Dell. Play
What about
Dell.
Nico?
Oh, Bard.
Nico would
I
be
could
sick.
play
Bard
Nico.
would be
I
so
Nico or
funny.
Dell would be
Nico.
sick. Actually, I love both of those.
Although I
guys.
guess we already have charisma. Oh,
Yeah.
what about what's his name? You should know who I'm talking about because I said that. I don't remember his name though. The guy that
That's
ties
so
things.
specific.
What is it?
Like a
Oh!
Advertise things. Shazamir.
Shaz.
Be a ranger. There you go. Wait.
Yeah, and I roleplay being left at camp. I stay at level 1.
Wait.
I run around camp.
We totally need to make an extra character that just sits at camp. That's just
I
him.
love that.
That's just Shaz.
I never
That's
progress. I
great.
just sit there.
Well, I
Wow.
think like if one of you isn't there, then I have to put you in a cupboard, as I understand it.
Right, yeah, there's a wardrobe you put them into.
So that yeah,
There is also
I've never played multiplayer before, but
there's something you
Really?
can get where you can make extra like you know the hirelings. You can make
Mhm.
your own extra ones, and you can make them look how you want. So Chino could just constantly switch out between his different NPCs every
oh my
time,
gosh,
Oh my god,
That
I
would be
just roll a
great.
dice.
and then just leave them at camp once you're like the ones you're not using.
Amazing.
I love that.
That is a possibility.
Oh my god. Okay, I have to think about what. Okay, I will. Okay,
You
I
have to choose
will
one to
think
start
about
with,
who to
at
play.
least. Yeah,
Yeah,
if we do that.
I feel like best fit party composition wise is probably Dell. Oh wait, we don't have a healer.
Yeah, I did a throw. That's why I was throwing out Nico for Bard, but or Druid. I don't know if there's anyone that could do that.
Oh, I don't do many druids, do I? I don't play a lot of druid characters in
I don't know if
campaign
Lula would
or
be
whatever.
One lady that was on the boat was a druid.
That was technically a
Oh,
goddess.
Yeah.
Well, then
Oh,
that's really
true.
strong for the team.
Yeah, that's
Definitely
real.
be
I feel like that would be a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
help.
And I can't do satyrs, unfortunately. I could do a bard. I
True,
could do
true.
Nico. I think Nico would be fun.
But yeah, I honestly, I think that in Baldur's Gate, you don't really have to worry about that. I don't think you need to worry about like
Yeah, I
Team
think you
There's so
composition.
many
get
like
away with.
Yeah, that's
potions.
true. There's so many
much you
potions.
can
You
do
just
to get around it.
toss potions at people.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
And a lot of it's like just balanced around having a individual good player. Like, as long as you if you had 4 good barbarians, that's probably enough that you need to get through the game.
Well, like, yeah, and it's it's a really good system for like if you're planning ahead. Like, I definitely have played a lot of like the Divinity games, which is their previous games, the ones that made it,
Right.
Mhm.
and you just win fights if you just start off with like an ambush.
Right. Yeah.
Like you get that one extra turn, bam.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're hard role playing. We're like
That
not
would.
metagaming.
I
We're
think
just
that would
going
be
I'm-
fun.
I've been
I'd be up
wanting to
for
do that with
that.
my friends, and you can never get into it because they're not as into it. So I would
Yeah.
love
I've
to do
played
that.
fun.
multiplayer, but just sort of like a let's play the game together, and not
That's
in a
what we-
role
yeah,
play
that's what we
kind of
basically
way.
Because like
I'd like
that's
to try the
fun.
roleplay aspect more.
Yeah, I finished the game,
down
so
for
now
that.
I feel like what I want to do is like, what would my
Character
do
know
it.
so
Exactly,
well,
I've
like,
thought exactly
actually do in this
that.
situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I think
gonna be
that
a
would be
bit it's okay. So when we make the like, Gallet can't use a sword the same way, or at least the same effective way in here. So is this at the beginning, Gallet?
I mean, it would make
It's up to
sense.
you.
Honestly, I think it would be cool if we had like, if we tried
Like,
to
where
find
we
moments
could have
in
gone?
the game. Well, I like if we could find moments in the game where it's like, oh, maybe this is a spot where my character could have this progression they had in the game, like when Suma is gonna switch out for Suli in Act 3, right before a boss fight.
Yeah. Okay.
You create a hireling.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, like, I think I don't really know what Locke's gone through.
Make
The
a
time.
hireling and just give them barbarian artificer, and then you're good.
That's right. That is what the class is.
This is gonna be the new fucking meme. I think I'm just gonna keep. Saying it. I'm gonna be like,
I love that.
I'm gonna be like, Suli, you take 8 damage, half to 4.
Didn't even activate rage, but you messaged me. So
It's texting me on the down low. Hey, I'm
Yeah.
raging right now. Don't tell Ryan I'm raging though.
all Suli
I don't
does
want
is
to
go.
spoil it for Ryan, but I rage
Suli
and I
just
use
does like a
my
childish
artificer
pout.
move.
That's a rage.
I've never played with an artificer. I actually don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Cool gadget.
Most artificers don't know either.
Fair.
I think if I play another campaign, I would maybe do an artificer. Depending on like the setting, I would do an artificer.
Yeah.
Although
you
I
got the right
do
class.
still want to play a warlock.
Warlocks are
I still
cool.
think your warlock with a gun is so good. And in fact, well, never mind.
Unless Suli's actual class is warlock with a gun.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
that
changed.
warlock- that
would've
I
thrown
changed
me
my
off.
mind. I'm not a barbarian anymore. I'm
Just hasn't
warlock
pulled
with a
it out.
gun.
Warlock with a gun. Multi-class 2 with a gun.
I love that.
But yeah, and I was thinking of if you guys are like okay with it, I was thinking
I'm
of
copacetic.
streaming it because
Ooh, I'm
I
excited.
I think that holds us
I
accountable
should
to the role
trying to
play.
do that, trying to do
I
that more.
should pick a character whose voice I can do consistently. I don't know if I want to do Nico the entire time.
Not Nico.
Well, I
very
think
well.
I actually think the switching out would be kind of very in character for you.
Whatever you want to do them, like
That's
I don't
true,
want to give
yeah.
you too much work.
Well, that's why I was saying,
like
like,
that sounds like it's potentially a lot of work.
I'll roleplay
That's
as
true.
like whatever. Every time you get to like a new settlement, everyone beaten the game.
That is what we did.
Everyone's beaten
Yeah,
the game?
I've
Question
beaten
mark?
it a couple times.
I haven't been it. No.
Okay, I'll just play. Maybe I'll play a different character every act.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Are you gonna
interesting.
are you
One for
gonna
each
count
act.
the overworld in the beginning separate from the Underdark?
Ooh,
Nico for the Underdark.
Nico for the Underdark.
Oh,
Nico for the Underdark.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm like the
shit.
rotating NPC that follows you for a little while, but then they do the thing that they needed to do in that
Hell
place.
yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Love that.
What was the Minotaur's name?
Andros?
Andros. Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Can't
know.
play-
Is he good at art?
Can't play a Minotaur though. Forge.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't?
That's sad.
I can play a
That's-
Dragonborn and pretend.
No, that's not the same.
You know, that's an
Dragonborn
underused.
do look
Wait, do
really
we know?
cool.
Do we know Dragonborn?
I don't think we've met. Well, I mean,
We
the only
have
one we
one
had.
Dragonborn on our ship.
Do we?
I don't remember her name.
Oh yeah, the cleric person that.
Oh
yeah,
my
she's
God,
a cleric.
you're
She
right.
has like orange and blue scales.
We don't know her.
Yeah.
She's on the ship, but we don't know.
She kind of made friends with Ruby,
Yeah.
and it's kind of.
Oh wait.
Lily.
Who
Her
was
name's
the
Lily.
stick archer
Name is Lily.
that
Yeah, that's
died?
right.
Who
Yes,
is the best
right.
archer?
Oh, the
Who's
person,
the archer
the
lady?
person that
Ayla.
died? No, you're talking about the person that died.
Yeah.
I
Who
don't know
is
if I wrote
she?
it- I don't know if I wrote it down. Tony.
Tony.
Tony!
Fuck.
That's right, it's part of the clip.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, right.
Beloved
God,
Tony.
I'm so bad. I want to be so real with you. I'm so bad at taking notes during the session. I know that's what DMs are supposed to do. I don't take notes during the session.
supposed to?
So I'm just.
I have never taken a note as a DM. Not ever. I can't.
No, because the problem is that I end up like improving stuff for characters or improving entire characters and then forgetting what I named them.
Yeah, that's funny.
Feel you.
Yeah.
I'm like, this fucking guy. You guys asked me to. Dominic. Okay, I had to think.
Dominic.
It happened
Oh.
30 minutes ago, less than an hour ago.
Oh.
But I had to remember what Dominic's name was because I had made it up on the spot.
Well, that's the nice thing
Um,
is if we're good players and we actually take the notes, we can tell you the the stuff.
Yeah,
The thing is,
because
you have so
sometimes
much going on. Like we can't expect you to do what you're doing and take notes. Like that's just too much.
I'm just like, fuck. What was I was like, oh my god, what was the name of that person? What voice
Yeah.
did I use for Pearl? Like this little girl that I played for like 5 seconds
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
We are gonna remember just as well as you will, so it doesn't matter.
That's my biggest thing. I think it'd be very funny to like watch all the sessions back and be like, wow, and just for me to count every time I change the voice of my characters because I just didn't remember.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's definitely the accent, I guess. But
I can't imagine like watching everything so far.
Oh man,
Like, how
especially
many-
if it was
I
back
watched
to back.
some of them.
How many? Like that's days. That at least that's many days.
Yeah, like time wise too. I mean, like even if you did have the time, just like if you did watch them all back, like kind of consistently, man, just to think of, like how different everything is, because like it's like a half a month for most of
It's
the
like
episodes. Some are
180
more.
hours.
Yeah,
180 hours.
but, like, the
which
difference- the-
whatever that is. Like
Time between each game too is so much that like every time we come back, we're like,
You know what?
last session.
Wait.
And we're supposed to
Initially,
catch up for the first like 10 minutes.
Ryan, initially, when you were posting this on YouTube, you kept the
The name
videos or
Or-
cameras? Did you?
yeah,
mean,
for the
like,
first
webcams.
bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see what we looked like from back then.
Yeah.
Oh
What
my
was-
god.
What's your channel name?
tiny babies.
something.
It's just Shield
I-
of Celestia.
Guild.
I
of-
look so young. Looking at like the first one with webcam, I'm like, oh my god, I was a child.
Yeah.
I didn't even have a mustache back.
It was
Let me
it was a
see.
while ago. I only like recently
Yee.
kind of switched it. It was like 20
Wow,
years
we're
ago.
so tiny.
Let's go. Oh, what? Okay,
Oh
this
yeah, there's
first
also
video,
out of order.
I'm like on my phone or something.
Well, make sure it's session 1 because session 8 is the first one.
Oh, it's that whoever that was. Yeah, there was
Jason?
another guy
I think
at
his
some
name's
point.
Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
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 Hey, remember
man.
when we held interviews for?
Oh my god, I felt
I
so
remember that
bad
too,
yeah.
turning that girl down. I forgot what her name was because it was like 3 years ago.
It was forever ago, yeah. But honestly, like
It was super
I
forever
bet.
ago.
I mean, we can't say for sure, but like it at least had worked out with just us, so I'm happy that we did that.
I
Yeah,
agree.
no, it
I
still worked
agree.
out.
I don't think it was necessary.
Yeah.
I think I just
Yeah.
maybe felt bad at the time because we started with 5 and that felt like the number.
Yeah, but I think 4 worked out.
But then looking back, it worked out well. Imagining the chaos of like another whole other player trying to balance all those arcs.
Mhm.
It's hard actually
Oh my
because
God, we look so different.
Yeah.
we do look so different,
Yeah.
don't we? It's insane.
I actually, what the fuck? I didn't change.
Yeah,
I'm the
Ryan,
same
I feel
guy.
like you look. You have the fountain of
You look
youth in you
similar.
because you
Well, I am
look more
definitely the
similar
youngest,
than
so-
the rest of us.
Wait, how young are you?
I'm 23
He's the youngest of us by far.
Okay, yeah, you're
Wait,
youngest.
currently
for
you're
sure.
23?
currently. Yeah,
Whoa.
I started
I
when
mean,
I was 19.
You were 19.
Yeah.
How old was I? I was 25.
I
Oh
was
my
just
God.
starting college when we started.
Oh my god, this game's been going on forever.
I'm old.
I'm so old. What the hell?
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Well,
Hey,
It's
you were
fine.
married back then. You were not, right?
True.
no,
That's
I
also a big change.
I
Yeah,
married
we looked so much
during
more
the
youthful
course of our
back then.
campaign.
So much more energetic.
Yeah.
And free.
I was much less burdened
Now you're the
then.
doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not in that way. Not that part. Those two things were not connected.
Oh my
Man,
god.
wait, Cheetah, you
Oh, yeah.
actually do look so different. That's crazy.
I look so different. I gained a
So-
lot of weight, and I grew a mustache.
Viv looks very similar. Almost more similar than I think I do.
She's also very, very youthful.
Because I wasn't growing facial hair back then. I barely do now, but I've grown more now than I did then. But so I'm a little different. There you go. I got something. But yeah, no, that's crazy.
That is so crazy.
Oh.
How old
Uh,
will we be
Definitely
when this
happy
thing
with
ends?
my changes. Not loving my look.
Yeah, no, I
I think you had a major glow up.
yeah, 1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the hair.
I think Chino did too. Like, I think
Really?
Yeah,
I
no,
think your
I
new
agree
hair is
with
way
that,
better.
yeah.
I love
Honestly
your hair.
speaking, time treated us well.
I
I'll
think,
take it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, the campaign keeps us young.
Yeah.
We put all the pain into the characters.
That's right.
Okay, wait. This is episode 90,
Mhm.
Yeah, this was nice.
which means that's 270 hours. Just about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Ugh.
did
Of-
math wrong. It is 270. Yeah.
Of
Well,
D&D.
Was it always 3-hour sessions?
Yeah, I think so.
We did one like 5 hours. session
Yeah, I do. That is.
before.
That one
I
was a-
remember that. That was sick.
That was
Wait,
insane.
that's episode 6.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I was
No, we
wrapping up. I
never
was
did
wrapping
it
up
again.
Lagon, and I
Episode
was like,
34
"That's a
too.
lot."
If you go to 34, that's 5. And then episode 30 was 4.
Wait, what's 30?
Oh, 20 is 4 as well. Oh
Yeah,
wow, there's
I was
actually
gonna
kind of
Yeah.
a 18, 19, 20 or like
I mean, if you think about it right
big
now,
row
we've been
of-
on for 3.5 hours now too. Like, I feel like it's not that
I
uncommon
guess
that we
so,
go a
but
little bit
this
over.
is post.
Yeah.
That 5 hours though, man, that was definitely a years ago thing for me.
Yeah, I specifically remember when we did that and how crazy it was even then that
Yeah.
we were like, oh my god, wait, what did we do?
Oh my god, we used to like routinely go over.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I have to say I appreciate that we don't now because it's hard staying up this.
Yeah.
It really throws off my schedule for the rest of the week. So
Speaking of, probably should let you go.
yeah,
So-
probably.
Yeah,
Definitely
that
a
was
message
fun.
about the
Um,
game though, because I'm super down and looking forward.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
I'll put some deets, and I guess I don't think there's much to figure out. Probably just like figuring out a time to like do a little tech test, maybe like
Right.
Yeah.
a little bit before the time on
Also,
If you guys want to do it
Ryan,
next Wednesday, we can.
just wanted to say I appreciate that you changed the thumbnail when the arc changed.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, that's
give
nice.
that credit to Liz, because Liz is the one that made the different variants of that thumbnail, and it is
Oh, I didn't know
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
Hell
Have
yeah.
have I ever posted this art in the chat? I
I
don't
don't know.
actually
I
think
know
I
you gave
might
him
have.
obviously to me, but I don't know.
I give all my art to Ryan and no one else.
And I appreciate it. And I feel
Wow.
awful doing it because it feels like I'm stealing. But
No, but this was a custom piece.
I
God.
love it. It's also the background on
and
the stream.
It's my desktop background on all of my
Wait, did I?
computer. All
Oh
two
my
of
god,
computers.
shut up. I'm gonna cry.
It's awesome. Every time you give me new art and you're like, "This is for the stream," I'm like, I can't be more ecstatic. This is awesome. I love
Fix
new
it, fix
things.
it. Yeah. No, it's good.
It's always a banger. It's just
Oh my god, so I've been
I'll do a little
been
I'll do a little
6
art
sessions.
dump and I'll
6 sessions of the Feywild. I meant for this arc to be like
I think if it was honestly, I think this
Oops.
amount is good. If it was less, then maybe it would have been underwhelming.
Our pace has been like pretty decent. Like it's not like
Mhm.
there's.
Yeah, I mean we're definitely
It's
the
not
ones
like we're
extending
not
it.
doing nothing. Well, yeah, we definitely are.
But I mean like we've been talking about the Feywild forever. If we did it like a 4 session in and out, I mean like come on, we talked about it forever. Let's get our
It definitely feels like it has enough
Sure.
significant weight since someone changed their character.
Yeah. I was like,
how
that's
dare you?
That needs
And-
its own time.
And now
And-
I will simply watch you all do the things because my plot is over.
Yeah.
Suma's plot is
sure.
over.
I was
And then
feeling bad
Suli's
earlier.
just began.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Suli has to have an arc still. But I was feeling bad earlier, like, cause like you did the thing where you were like, oh yeah, how is Suli like feeling about watching them right now? And I was thinking, like, damn, this really sucks, cause like we don't really have a dynamic with her yet, so she's not really in the banter that we're doing. I was like, shit, we need to like include her. I don't want her to feel excluded for.
That's such an Alok thought. That's such an
Well,
in-character
That
thought as
is
well.
an A-Lock thought.
Yeah,
I feel like
that
Alok would
works.
definitely be
What
thinking
a
about that.
good
Alok
guy.
will work on it, I guess.
A good bean.
Felt bad.
But yeah, I think you'll develop more camaraderie as like stuff happens in battle. I'm fucking
Oh, yeah,
gunning
no.
for
And I
Suli.
mean,
I'm fucking gunning for Suli.
I keep thinking about the fact that like literally there's just been one long rest since like she was rescued versus like now. So this is the second day that she's known you guys. So I feel like she's just like blah, like
Honestly
information
speaking,
overload.
things have been going amazingly well due to our previous I don't know meetings. Like definitely, I feel like at least Gallet's definitely more worried about the thoughts of how you probably dislike him because he did stab your father.
Yeah,
He is very aware of
there's
that.
some things to
small
unpack
thing.
for sure,
Maybe
but
significant.
we just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure we will.
Alok's clear. He had no idea either.
Or maybe we could just bottle this up and, just let it explode 20, 30 episodes from now,
Oh, that was my
yeah.
plan. Now, I'm waiting for the we had an episode very early on. I think it was after Lagan or something that was like we just ran around the ship and did shenanigans. It might even be titled like shenanigans of some kind.
I remember
know.
that. It
But
was the episode where Alok was bringing back the bear, and then Ruby immediately like started telling people. or something
Yeah.
like that.
yeah, and someone turned into a dog and hid in a closet, and
Whoa, I don't remember
like-
that.
Oh yeah. No, that did happen.
Who turned into a dog?
Why
think
did
it
that
was-
happen?
I think it was Gallet, or maybe not turned into,
Oh,
maybe
man.
summoned a
May-
dog. But
Oh, okay, maybe. That's
No,
There's
Gallet
some-
I would
summoned the
believe
dog,
that,
I
yeah.
think.
anyway,
That
it
does
was just
seem
it
more
was just an
likely.
episode full of like ship shenanigans, and that's what I want.
Yeah.
That's what I crave.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, and this might sound crazy, but the main reason that Alok like doesn't trust Ruby and like, she's like the only person that he like will do the banter with, is because of that episode. Because when there was a moment, I don't know if it was that episode, but it was around then where there was a moment where they caught each other at night in the hallway sneaking to different rooms, and
Yes.
she immediately started blackmailing him, and
Oh, yeah.
he was super.
I did not remember
He
that.
was super thrown off. Like, what the hell? We're just like friends, and ever since then, he's been like, I don't trust her. She would
That's
instantly
so
blackmail me.
funny. I never
So
knew that.
and it's not like he's only holding on to that one thing. Like right now, he's thinking like, that one time. But like, I think that like started it, and ever since he's been like, I'm
Yeah.
noticing a lot of
Wow.
like Ruby. I don't know if I trust her. Well,
I
not
think
like that.
the relationship I'm most interested in seeing develop is Ruby and Suli, because I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Like
it's
how
such a
much they're gonna like
clash.
each other.
Initially, I was like, it'll be fine because Palea pals. And then this session, when I was like, I love Palea, I was like, wait.
Oh yeah. She doesn't.
I'm bringing up her baggage. Like,
Mhm.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yay, volcano.
I conceived of this entire situation and settlement that you guys are in specifically for Ruby.
Does
Yeah.
Suli
Like-
even know Ruby
I
had baggage
love to see
regarding
it.
Palea?
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Suli would not know that.
Yeah, which Suli? I mean,
I would not know anything.
Yeah. Oh, so,
So
you,
just
so
keep
you're
on
saying as
pressing that
as
button.
Liz, you're like, oh, this may not actually work out.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
see.
no,
Okay.
Suli is like, oh, we're both from Palea.
Let's
Isn't
freaking
that
go.
awesome?
Amazing. Let's go visit together sometime.
And yeah, we're from the same town. That's
Show me
so
your
cool.
family. I would love to hear your healthy relationships.
Yes. So that
Yeah.
might not be.
Man,
so
It was
cool.
fun. It was fun torturing her with an exact mirror of her situation.
so
I'm
glad.
it was a
I'm
good
bathing
time.
in it because I know that right after the Feywild, it's my turn to get punished. So
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
happy this is happening for now while I can.
Yeah, I
Enjoy it.
think for me, I knew I had to set up threads for Ruby because I didn't want it to feel like she had her entire thing in Palea
Yeah, it's
and then it
over.
was over
Mhm.
forever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that would have
100%.
sucked.
Because
Yeah.
it felt like it was starting to feel that way, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't want that to be the case because I feel like there's still ongoing threads for Galat and Alok
Yeah.
and
yeah.
well, Suma until now.
Now Suli has new threads.
Now Suli has new threads.
I
Yeah,
feel like-
because at the same time, there was no more thread I could give Suma at that point. You know what I mean? Like other than now you must protect your daughter every day. So this is the way of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess like thinking about it, we
No,
did
I'm-
all kind
I'm-
of have it. Like Suma just always had the Sula thing, like or the Suli thing, where it was like
Yeah.
it was weaved into the plot. So like that was always going. And then Galet's always had the Aurelius, and then his mother thing happened. Calypso, yeah. And then Alok has also had like little breadcrumbs here and there, like, hey, by the way, also Draga,
Mhm.
but like also like, hey, little,
My-
hey, watch out.
My
Yeah, we
beef
go-
with Galet to this day is running away from Rosh. The
I hope that
Had
comes back
to.
to bite
the
us.
Had
Minotaur.
to.
I was like, oh yeah, I have all this stuff planned out about like exploring the backstory and bringing this into focus. And you were like, fuck that. I'm sailing in the opposite direction. And I was like, well, we'll get back to that, I think.
No, bottling that up and that will explode later.
I think that's great. I think it's great that you made that choice, specifically because it's
Yeah.
not what he was expecting.
You'll see her at the
Yeah.
Pirate Council.
The Pirate Council
True.
is the arc that I'm most looking forward to.
Oh
That-
no,
like,
I
at
don't
this
want to
point
do
in
the
my
Pirate
life-
Council anytime soon.
Alok
That
is gonna be
is what I
so
want to
out
do.
of a fish out of water. There, he's gonna be
We're
like,
so
"Pirate?
we are so in trouble with
I have
that.
no idea how to interact with pirates and how to like work around their.
All the
Pirate.
heavy hitters are gonna be there. Mama's gonna be there.
Yeah,
Fucking,
No, not Mama.
Windalius is gonna be there.
I can handle
have
it.
to
Rebecca
let you
Ashford.
know.
I'm fine, and there's a little bit of me that doesn't like him because of the puns, but there's a little bit of that likes me because of the puns. It's a mix.
Yeah.
Did I ever? I drew Wendalius and Elizabeth, who is now something that's not
Rebecca. I made it
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Because I call you
Um,
Liz exclusively, and so I forgot what that was short for.
Yeah.
So, well, I was in like Elizabeth Swan. Like that was like my mental.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And so that's where I was coming from with that.
But I don't think I ever posted it, but I did draw them at some point. But
I'll be so real with you, Liz. When you
Yeah.
typed Alexandrite, and then I
Mhm.
saw there was a picture, I was like, she drew that fast. What the fuck?
I did.
was like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Very
there's
impressive.
no way you just drew that guy that fast. And I saw it was a picture of the gem. And I was like, okay,
That's
good. She's human.
I'm normal, I promise.
I don't doubt that you could have done it.
I
you know.
draw slow as fuck, actually, so probably not.
It just makes it
But-
better in the end. It's not rushed.
But yeah.
Wow.
And I'm so excited for Pirates.
Yeah.
Other things.
It's gonna be a good bonding experience at the very least. I cannot imagine it being something that like I can only imagine it's like balls to the walls crazy. I'm gonna like things are gonna be wild for a bit. That is my only thought process.
I
Like
think like
chip racing type stuff.
I'm really
yeah.
into that.
What's exciting about every upcoming arc is like I feel like going at every arc when like we kind of get a gist of what we can expect. You can like we don't know what's gonna happen during the arc, but we can kind of have a guess of how the party's gonna react to it. I feel like,
Mhm.
and what's really cool about having Suli now instead of Suma is now everything's changed. I feel like
Right
it's gonna
off.
be
I
very
don't know
different.
what I'm gonna do.
So now it's not
Yeah,
as predictable.
She's a bit of a not a blank slate, but she's very impressionable right now. You know, she's not a hardened adventurer like you guys have become. So she's still like moldable by the things that are going to happen to a larger degree, I think.
We also
I know
haven't done combat.
exactly.
If this feels like you're really trying to motivate someone to manipulate her.
No, I just mean like, you know what I mean? Like
Come on,
she
Gallet.
could like
She's
like our
impressionable.
image of Suli.
The whole time
okay,
I'm just thinking, is she? Is she?
there's a non-zero chance that she goes, "Oh my god, being a pirate is fucking sick,"
Yeah.
and goes
Yeah.
really hard into being a pirate, and we don't know if that's gonna happen or not. You know what I mean?
I know exactly who my favorite pirate captain is gonna be, and I think you guys are gonna love it because I know
It's
exactly who she's gonna
It's not
impress upon.
Gallet Abate.
It's
Wow.
gonna
I
be
didn't
fucking
see the pirate
Wendalius.
captain.
Like, you know, that's your family. You're like, like I got Gallet at home. Like these guys, these guys are the real
Wendalius?
deal.
His commitment to the bit is unmatched.
Yeah, that is fair. I just please don't have it be Mama.
I'm trying to. I could have sworn I had
she's
all the
scary.
votes.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, I forgot
things
her
are not.
voice.
don't want to like me, Gary.
Was it really like that?
I
Uh,
think so.
Did we
I
ever-
don't think
I don't
it
think we
was
ever talked to her.
that.
Oh, we saw her in the thing though.
What? I think we spied on her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
spied
spied
on
on her
her.
with
It
feels, I
was,
think.
but it was like,
yeah.
it was like an off session. It was not even a session. It was like
Yeah, I think I did a side session with just Thailand.
Oh,
We for sure did
Yeah,
that at some point. And I think
Yeah,
that's
it
yeah,
was
that
you
was
and
the thing.
Thailand, and then I noodled in at the like last bit of it.
yeah. Good times.
Let's see. Who?
she has the
But
whip
it-
at least.
Is it
We
gonna
can
be
rob from her.
Tarek?
Tarek Sebing?
Tarek
Yar.
Sebing.
Is that his name? I forgot his
Just the
name.
Okay.
default
so
pirate
maybe
guy.
I feel like
The guy who's
maybe
made
that's
the most
not
fucking-
who you were. Wait, so is it actually the vampire one then? Because I was thinking the vampire
was
one's
cool,
my
though.
favorite. I think the
my
vampire.
Just
gosh,
like my class, we do not
The Conch
know.
with a Shroud.
True. But I think I like the
Yeah.
vampire one because I think they have the best puns.
I am excited for the Leviathan because I just like Leviathan.
We literally, I have written down the information we have on all the different people, like all the different ships. Leviathan is the only one
Wait,
that we have.
That's the
nothing
only one that we don't. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say we don't know who the captain is even, do we?
on. Yeah, like the
You
Viper.
don't know who the captain of it is.
Yeah, like I
That's
have
so
three different
crazy.
things. One is their theme. The second thing is the special ability the ship has, and then the third thing is who the captain is. The Leviathan, we don't have anything, and we have everything for all the other ones, but I don't have the Viper's theme or ability. I can guess the theme is like poison, I don't know. But we don't have the ability either.
I bet the Leviathan can go underwater. That's my.
Yeah, probably like
That
a
would make
submarine
sense. Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
No, that's gotta be it. I'm putting it down. I don't care that we don't have it yet.
Write that down. Write that
The
down.
confidence element.
I'm writing that down.
confident. Yeah, that's gotta be it.
Oh yes, what the Leviathan does, it's right there in the name. We travel across alternate dimensions. That's our power.
Exactly.
I like how now that I said this, no matter what, Chino's gonna change what the ability is and be like, you were wrong.
Yeah.
So
So that means you can't be wrong actually, because you were right.
Yeah.
It's just that Chino
And
And then if he
automatically
doesn't change it, I'm
wanted
also
you to be
right.
wrong.
So I just
I
Well,
actually am way more likely to just steal what you said and pretend like that was the plan all along. I'm telling you that
I
now.
do
I'm
that.
pretty sure I've
Accurate.
done that on more than one occasion.
Okay,
I've
wait,
done
You
wait.
guys
this
Let
said
me
many
something, and I
times.
was
let me
like,
throw out one more idea for you to possibly stab.
Okay.
Steal, not stab.
okay, I'm listening.
Well,
Gundam.
okay.
Yes, please.
Actually,
Oh.
that's what happens when all the legendary ships come together.
Oh, that would
Yes!
be
Oh,
fuse
that's so
into
good.
one big ass
Let's
mech.
go. That's huge.
Please.
Oh,
Maybe-
and since we all have themes, we all get costume like Power Ranger costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. All right, write that down. I'm
Right,
writing that down.
I'm confident that's what it is. I'm putting this down.
Yeah, that's definitely
There's like,
what it is.
yeah, okay, yeah. There's a recurring theme where if you bring all the pieces of a set together, something special happens. So write that down.
True.
Bring that back. That's actually such a good idea. The underwater thing, I actually did not think of previously. That actually may have just solved the problem I've had in my head for a bit.
Oh,
I'm so happy to be so helpful. And
Hold up.
since I
Yeah.
was so helpful, you should probably give me another level or something, you know.
Oh, hell yeah.
One more. Never did get that level up card from the deck of many things.
Yeah.
True.
Which it was
Look
the
how-
one I was gonna pick up. I'm
Look how
gonna be
responsible you guys are not taking the card.
You guys.
responsible. I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
You could have strong armed your way, I think. Into
I
not
mean,
buying
I also
the
could have
watch
given
or
you the
whatever.
tickets and then you could have just bought it anyway. So.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to be rude.
Yeah. Gallus known for that.
How much did it cost? That one?
1,500.
It was the same
Oh,
as the
okay.
dragon backpack.
Yeah, no, it would be giving up the dragon thing, which is unfortunately a no-go.
Our lives at the time were on the line if we did not get Suli that backpack. So
That's true.
we had no choice.
Yeah. Gallet's reasoning was more of just that it was important to Suma.
Well, yeah, no, that
But
was
yeah,
100%
it's-
A-Lock.
Yeah.
A-Lock
Oh
knew
my
that
God.
he was fine for Suli. He didn't really have that much fear.
Liz, I hope you know if there's an opportunity where Suma gets to say goodbye. That's you playing Suma. I mean, obviously, but like.
I am so down to play. I am so down to play
Wait,
Roleplay with
let's-
myself.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
just
that's
like do
great.
left and right when you're talking on which one?
I'm not scared.
We,
I'll
the
do it.
audience, will know.
The voice won't give it away. We need the visual.
Yeah.
I'll make a little popsicle stick like mask. I'll just like change them out.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Oh,
You
just
know
take your
how you're
glasses
an
off for Suli.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you
but
go.
then
Since you're
I
such
can't
amazing
see.
artists, can you just make like a Muppet of Suma?
In character, Suli makes it with her artificer skill.
True.
So like
True.
I
Fair.
made a long time ago. It's not very good, but like 2 years ago, I made a VTuber model of Suli to practice my hashtag skills. So I should just do that when I'm her
luck.
and then switch
Yeah.
back. But that's hard.
Yeah. That's awesome. Man.
But
All right,
I'm-
gang.
I'm getting a
Well,
bit tired.
it's
It's
Yeah.
almost
Goodbye,
midnight,
sleepies.
so
This
it
was
was
fun.
nice catching up and talking.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
yeah.
Hopefully,
See
it's
you
not like
later.
another month until we meet.
Yeah,
You
I'm
guys,
sorry.
Like, figure out your immune systems, bro. Like, come on.
I
Yeah, come
failed
on.
several con saves.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I can't blame
Yeah.
you. I
It just
wasn't winning
happens.
mine.
I'm pretty sure it was Chino, Viv, I think, had a week too, and then Tylen, you had one, right?
No, me and Viv did it in the same minute I put mine down.
Oh, okay.
It
Like
was
simultaneous.
crazy. That was
And then
the exact
then it
same
was me the
moment.
week after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I was
happened.
listening to like the previous session to remind myself what happened. I'm like, oh my god, I'm coughing through this entire.
Aw.
I'm legit just
Yeah,
coughing.
I didn't
you
notice
really
that.
got hit that time. You were.
You were
Sad.
role
I
playing
rec-
this hag earlier.
Yeah, this is my method acting. All right, for
Alright.
real, for
Bye-bye.
real.
Sorry,
Good
yeah,
night.
we
I don't
keep.
wanna.
Yeah.
You guys need sleep, but bye.
See ya.